greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Everybody come, everybody come, everybody. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll.
Yo, yo, yo. Thank you very much. What's up? Welcome back to the second episode of The Greatest Show. Before I start, I want to give a big thank you to the Big Bad Wolf for helping me kick this show off last week and being my first guest. And yo, holy shit, I also want to give a big fucking shout out to Maximum Overload. Look at this fucking picture. Holy shit. Damn, I knew about this about 2 weeks ago. And here it is. Fucking Maximum Overload in the studio. With Shaggy 2 Dope. I see Ouija in there. Plus CPN up in there. That just goes to show, man, when you want something real bad and you just like push for it, shit starts to happen. And we all got to give a big fucking shout out. Put some diamonds in the chat room for Maximum Overload. I see some people in the chat. It's like Silent J, First Bitches, Carl Rightwiser, JP the Wicked Ninja, Whoop Whoop, Nick is always with those udders. Beneath the Dirt, what's up, homie? Rick So Rude, James Stockham, and Pig Venus. What's up, man? What do you think about this picture? Holy shit. Oh, I hear my guest behind me. Alright, let's get rid of that. We'll get him on the show soon. Hold on, let me take another drink of the beer. Cash Money Juggalo, what's up? What's up, Roxy Riddlebox? Welcome, everybody. Alright, so my guest today on the show is someone that you probably all know and love from the chat room, but he's actually starting to step into this side of things this year with his new channel, Terror Reels. Let's give a big Greatest Show welcome to Steel City Dahmer. There he is.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
What's up, man?
I didn't know you could hear me. I was trying to be as quiet as possible.
I still heard you anyway. I knew I was going to hear you. Yeah.
What'd you hear? I didn't make any fucking noise.
I heard you clicking around in there. Clicking around with shit. Hey, but at least it's working, right?
Right, yeah.
And the crowd loves you, man. They're still clapping.
Woo! Thanks, crowd. Thanks, everyone. Hey, I do want to touch on something you talked about. That fucking picture with Max. And fucking Shaggy and Ouija and Trey Pounds and Vegas. And CPN's in there. Like, that's fucking awesome that he got that. Fucking proud of that, dude. Good for him.
Yeah, he called me 2 weeks ago. He told me what was up, what was going down. And it went down.
Good for you guys for being able to keep that a secret. Like, if I had something like that, I don't know if I could. I'd be a giddy girl everywhere I went.
I'm not a fucking rat.
I'd be too fucking excited. I'd be telling my mama. She don't give a fuck. Telling my grandma. Telling everyone.
I would too, man. Look,
Good for him. Like that. Like I saw that.
I knew I was gonna have you on the show, and I told everybody right away. I couldn't even keep that a secret. Imagine if it was Shaggy.
Yeah, but that's a little bit bigger of a secret. Like, I don't know. Like, good for him. I'm fucking proud of that dude. He's been fucking getting his.
So we actually synced up beers tonight.
Yeah, dude.
Got the Yingling. I bought the cans. Yinglings. Yeah, I picked up the cans, man.
Hey, Pennsylvania good beer.
Gotta represent, right? It is the
Hell
shit,
yeah.
though. It really is.
For a cheap, all-day drinking beer, you can't beat it.
Are you opening another one?
Yeah.
I see you got the Friday the 13th shirt on. I got the freaking Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 with the freaking
fucking got Yinglings.
Jason glass. We're ready to talk about some horror, man.
Yeah, man. What do you want to talk about horror-wise?
Huh? Let's talk about.
What do you want to talk about horror-wise?
Let's talk about terror reels, man. What's up with that? What? How long you been working on this idea?
Like August. You know, I was watching some shit on YouTube. Some movie reviews. There's like Dead Meat and fucking Deco Shadow. You know, they do horror movie reviews, but they're all kind of straight laced, like these are typical everyday motherfuckers. And I feel like I could add something to it, especially for the juggalos out there. I feel like I could add how we feel about things into the fucking horror movie community.
Is that why you chose to do Bowling Balls as your first episode?
Yeah. Then we talked about it. Reviewing premiering the episode on CarnivalSpirits, and I thought we had to do fucking Bowling Balls. And watch out, because Big Money Hustlers are coming soon. We'll be reviewing that.
Could you consider that a horror movie, or do you not care? You just review movies?
No, it's mainly Terry's is mainly going to be horror and sci-fi, but every now and then I'll throw some dumb fucking movie that has nothing to do with anything in there.
So what got you into, let's say, your horror addiction, as I probably would think that I have? Like, can you remember back when you were younger, was there any particular movie that you saw that kind of sparked it?
It was either Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Freddy's Dead, or Sleepaway Camp 2. Like, real
Camp 2? That's a dope movie, man.
What's that?
That's a dope movie.
Yeah, like, it's so good. Like, and a lot of people don't fuck with it because like the first one was awesome. So everyone's like, these sequels aren't gonna be good. But
because of the surprise ending, should we give that ending away? I bet you nobody in this chat has seen that movie. But besides,
I don't know. That's a pretty popular movie though.
Dude, I went out and bought the Arrow version of that. It was like a 2K transfer. It's beautiful. They did such a great job on that movie.
Really? I'll check that out.
You have Shudder,
if
right?
You like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that a lot of the transfers, like the newer ones, are what they play on Shudder, because you could see the.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And Shudder's dope. They got some really good shit. Like, they even have Faces of Death, and it's like $5 a month.
I never liked that movie. I'm weird. I don't even know if you can consider Faces of Death like real shit. What's up, Scottish Misfit?
But isn't it real?
It's so weird. I'm into such extreme like horrors, like such over the top shit, but I still don't like go to seek out real violence online or in videos.
Yeah. Like, there was like Orgish and Rotten.com and all that shit.
I don't even go on those sites.
Yeah, I didn't really fuck with that too much.
I don't at all. Yeah, I just don't like. I just enjoy the special effects. I can appreciate it. I got to do like as a teenager, I got to do some work on some low budget horror movies, so I can like appreciate what goes into making a movie.
Right. What'd you do on those movies?
Kind of like I got to do Hold the Boom Mic, and the movies that I worked on were so low budget that it's like, yeah, we need a gunshot wound on this person. I'd be like, okay, I can do it. I even wrote like rap songs for some of the movies I worked on. But I worked on a movie with Larry Cohen's daughter. Larry Cohen's huge in horror, like the movie The Stuff. He did Q. He
Yeah.
did It's Alive. I mean, the list goes on and on with the movies. I got to work
Right.
with his daughter on her first horror movie, which I never got
That's
to
pretty.
see.
Really? Why
No.
not?
Huh? It was.
Why didn't you watch it?
They had a premiere once in Manhattan many years ago, and then something like happened where she got sick. I didn't see her for many years. I got in touch with her online. We're friends on Facebook, and I asked her about the movie, and she said that she doesn't have a copy of it, which I don't
I'm
believe.
gonna find. Do you remember the name?
It was called Blinded.
Yeah, I'm gonna find
You're
that.
never gonna find it, man. I look for every. I was also worked on a movie called The Big Giver. Now you can search that, and it will come up, and it shows that it was produced and shot in Staten Island. And I worked on that
Right.
movie too, but you cannot find it anywhere, and I never got to see it. And I was in that movie too as a heroin addict.
Oh, for real? You're
Do you know
famous,
what the
dude.
greatest part was working on that movie, The Big Giver, is the dude from. Have you ever seen Street Trash?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so if Esteban
Crush your
Mafioso,
spirits.
if Esteban Mafioso was in the chat, he and I both love that. You gotta check that out. They have that on it's on Shudder.
Okay.
So like the main villain in that movie, the like the Vietnam vet who lives in the junkyard, I got to work
Yeah.
with him on a movie, and it's like I used to geek out like sitting there with people, but I would never let them know that I knew them.
Right.
Same thing, I got to work with Anthrax on a documentary, and I'm sitting in the studio with Anthrax, and they're jamming out, and it's just me,
Hell
and they're
yeah.
just playing for me. And they're probably looking at me saying, this kid has no idea who we are, but I knew everything.
Right. Yeah.
I was
But
like,
inside
"Holy
you're
shit."
fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, but I was working with them, so I was just acting like I didn't give a shit. So, what kind of plans do you have for the channel?
I just pushing out more videos right now. I'm still working on Killer Clowns. I wanted that to be out by tomorrow, but I don't know if it's gonna be. 'Cause I kind of I'm real new to Adobe Premiere and editing and shit, so it's a little slower than I thought it was gonna be, but it's getting pretty close. So once we get that done, I'm gonna do a few more horror comedies. We're gonna get Idle Hands,
I remember
Tucker
that.
and Dale vs. Evil, and then I'm gonna start going into like more strictly horror movies, like the It movies, and then we got Hellraiser coming because Juggalo John wanted Hellraiser. He hooked me up on a few things, so we're gonna do Hellraiser for him. And after that, we'll see what happens. I'm willing to take suggestions for movies too.
I'm sure you get plenty of those. I can give you a few. I actually spoke to you about like let's do this live. Well, that's
Yeah, we could.
do the two.
I like that
screens,
idea. Like we
jump
could
in.
do a Mystery Science Theater type idea.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Are you finding it that it's not as easy as you might have thought, like to put out content? It does take a lot of work.
Yeah, like last week when we had the sub-degree or sub-zero temperatures, like I went home at like 2 and just edited all day, and then by like 11 or 12 at night, I had maybe the rough draft cut, and that was it. And here we are a week later, still working on it. So yeah, it's a little harder than I thought, but
And then you do that, and it gets like 10 views. But
yeah, right.
you do something stupid, and then that has 1,000 views. It makes no sense, man.
Right? I mean, it's the way of the world. What in life really does make sense.
I'm gonna do something to get us a couple of more views. I'm just gonna press this button here, and have our next guest pop up.
There she is.
Deadhead
Yeah.
dinner. Or should I say, it's kind of late. It's midnight snack.
Can you feed Deadhead a midnight snack though? Isn't Deadhead like a gremlin?
I don't think he ever sleeps, to tell you the truth.
All right, so the nighttimes things don't count.
Yeah, he just.
What happens if you get him wet?
He just
You
sits
throw
there and
your
does
beer on
nothing, which doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm not really, like I was telling you offline, I'm not really a talkative person. So you would think
Right.
for someone who's not a talkative person, why would they do a talk show, number one? And if they do a talk show, why would their sidekick not say anything?
Right?
It's just a real bad combination.
But it works.
Yeah.
You know, it works for you.
We're stuck together. That's it. And it's not. It's like I could try to kill him off, but he's a zombie. Like, is that even gonna work?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Eventually, he's gonna fucking eat you, and then you guys will just live on forever.
What is your thoughts on PG-13 horror movies?
If it's good, it's good. You know what I mean? Like, I do like, you know, the more gore, the better. But at the same time, if it works, it works. I can't think of any PG-13s off the top of my head, but
I just picked up what's it called? The Quiet Ones. I keep hearing so much about them, but that's a PG-13. But I guess it could be good if it's done right. You know, some movies, what I also think about horror is you have to have the proper sound system where you have to have headphones on to really get the full impact of the movie.
Yeah, like that's why I think, was it Stay Quiet or Keep Quiet or whatever? Like that movie is so much better in the theaters because like the silence is almost deafening because you don't hear anything out from the outside world. But if you're watching at your house and a car drives by, you're like, kind of takes you out of that whole atmosphere. So, you know, it's like that.
That's kind of how I felt about the Blair Witch Project when I first saw it. Like people that said, "Oh, that sucks." I was like, "Did you watch it with like 5.1 sound, which is what you had? That was like the best you had at that time." It's like because that movie, what made it so effective was the sound.
Yeah, and it was just the suspense, and like that movie fucking rules.
When they actually did the initial teaser trailer, when they were gonna re-release the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first trailer that actually sold the movie to make the, like, where they brought it to the company. So maybe I'm wrong when I'm saying this. Like, when they brought it to the company to say they wanted to make the movie, the entire trailer was no image. It was just a black screen. It was all done with sound. And it was so frightening.
With just like screams and chainsaws and other faces noise.
What's up, Not Slim One?
Well, that kind of loops back to your original question about the PG-13 thing. When they originally made like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, he wanted it to get a PG rating. If you go back and watch it, there's barely any blood in it. You know what I mean? A lot of, if it wasn't just brute violence and, you know, smashing people in the head with fucking hammers, they might have got a PG rating.
Mm-hmm. I think that movie had a huge impact on me. Like the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I remember having that in my house, like having the video cassette, and my parents saw it and got like really pissed off that I even had that movie that year. Right. But when how
old were you?
I don't even remember. I was young though. But when the second one came out, it was like rated X, which was the unrated back then. And I actually got to see that in the movies, and that's kind of like one of my movie experiences that sticks in my head. That, Flash Gordon, The Howling. The Howling, we used to literally go and sit there all day and just keep watching movies. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorites. And you know what's so sick? It's like I saw it so many times in the movies. Recently, they came out with a Blu-ray of it where they kind of cleaned it up, like a real good transfer, and I watched it, and it was almost like watching a whole new movie again. It's like everything that was in my head about the movies as a kid was just like different.
Right.
Have you ever had that happen where it's like a movie that you watched so much as a kid, you go back and watch it again, and it's like completely different?
Yeah. Was it Night of the Demons 3 was like that for me?
Night of the Demons 3. I don't even know if I saw that. But the first one, I love that one.
I haven't seen the first one. I don't know. I think I have a weird spot in my heart for like the super janky sequel movies. Because like Leprechaun 3, when he's in Las Vegas, best Leprechaun in the whole series.
Right now, I'm up to Leprechaun in the Hood. I'm watching them in order. And, I mean, I don't know. I'm enjoying it for what it is. Yeah, I saw it.
Exactly, that's what you have to do. Yeah,
you have. It's like you have to know what you're going into when you're watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not going.
Don't go into a good plot. Yeah. It's a fun movie. Just have fun with it.
So I'm kind of enjoying it, but I'm trying. I was like, as I'm watching, I'm like, do I like this movie? Or it's like, but the only thing I'm comparing it to is other Leprechaun movies. I was so surprised to find out that Jennifer Aniston was in the first one. It's like I never even knew
right.
And Ice-T was in the Leprechaun.
Yeah, he's in Back. Yeah, in the Hood, and I think he's in Back to the Hood too.
Yeah, I get to see that one next. And then I get to see, like, I guess the new Leprechaun movie, the remake.
Yeah, so I hadn't see that one yet.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they're going.
Hey, don't spoil it for me.
All right. It's the best movie I've ever seen. You're going to love it.
Said you look like Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
I used to have real long hair, too. And that was when Sons of Anarchy was on air. I would get that everywhere I fucking went. You know, I would go to concerts. We had horror festivals because it was October and we're in Pittsburgh. And everyone would be like, hey, you ever heard you fucking look like Opie from Sons of Anarchy? Like, yeah, fam.
Hey, if it gets you
everywhere I went. You just saw my phone. I guess I won't spoil it for everyone. But yeah, during like season 6 or whatever, my phone blew up. Fucking Opie.
Oh, when that show was blowing up, you probably got some girls off of that, huh?
I've tried, but that didn't fucking pan out too well.
It didn't work?
Nah.
I used to get Donnie Wahlberg when I was younger.
I don't see it.
It didn't work.
I just don't see it.
Well, I'm old now, so.
But even like picturing you younger, I don't see a Donnie Wahlberg.
So I'm supposed to be interviewing you. So let's get back to the questions. What is
right.
what is one of your all-time favorite horror movies? And don't say the Leprechaun in the Hood.
What about Leprechaun in Las Vegas? I will have to say Nightmare on Elm Street 5 or 6 holds a special place in my heart. The Freddy's Dead one.
Freddy's Dead?
Yeah, it's super cheesy, over-the-top dumb shit. That doesn't make any sense, but it's fucking... It always holds a special place in my heart.
I remember seeing that in the movies with my 3D glasses, and you just like had to wait to the end before you put it, and it shows you to put on the 3D glasses.
Yeah,
I was pissed off because they used the cheesy 3D glasses, like the blue and red. Yeah, those suck.
These are for fucking Friday the 13th, but yeah, like I remember I got laser discs and that fucking.
How could that be for Friday the 13th? When I saw Friday the 13th Part 3 in the movies with my friend, and it was the clear lenses, the good 3D. But
this is what they gave me in the Blu-ray packet. They gave me 2 pair of these fucking stupid red and blues.
That's
that fucking.
Why they fuck it up? What's up? We got Lakeland Lunacy joining us.
What up, Lakeland? Let's show you this chat real quick. See, I'm glad Not Slim remembers how to do a proper high five. Always look at the elbow. You'll never miss.
Talking about Not Slim 1, it was funny. I was watching his gathering video, and I saw you in the camper right by where I slept. I was like, I didn't even know that you wound up in there at some point.
It was like, I think during Ouija set or right before, and we were in the area, and I saw him. I'm like, I'm going to go see if he's over there. And he was. Yeah, we bullshitted for a minute.
Yeah, I saw you. Like, I was like, hey, man, there's all my belongings right behind Steel City Dahmer.
Yeah, and I stole some of your shit, too.
Did you?
Yep. Blake encouraged it, and Iceman wanted to fight me, so it was an interesting time in the camper.
Well, they had 2 hoodies, and one of them actually disappeared.
So yeah, I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? I don't think I remember meeting you. You're kind of a big guy. I don't think it would have fit you.
What hoodie was it? Was it that like?
It was the one with all the Joker's cards, all kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
I wouldn't wear that in general. So yeah, that wasn't me.
Real colorful.
Yeah.
It looks good on Not Slim 1 though.
Well, he can rock that shit with his fucking all forever changing hair colors.
Well, I'm trying to think about. I asked you about like PG-13 horror movie. I was trying to think about this one in particular. What was the one with the witch that? I think it was done by the same. It was done by Sam Raimi, who did the original Evil Dead and obviously Spider-Man. What the fuck?
That's about a witch?
Yeah, what was the name of that movie, man, where she does some fucked up shit? And that was a PG-13 movie, but that was a dope-ass horror movie for PG-13.
I'm gonna need more than it was about a witch.
I have a terrible memory. I shouldn't be doing any interview show. I'm not even prepared. Like, like we spoke before the show. I don't have any questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just going to go live. Just don't say anything during the intro. That was my only instruction. And then we're going to just
start this that's up. Pretty much it. We made sure everything works. Yeah. Somehow my audio and video works. And...
yeah, just so you know, like, as of what was it? We were supposed to start at 11. As of 10:30, he couldn't get his video to work on Skype.
But we figured it out. Just had to fucking uninstall and reinstall everything.
Dude, I don't know about you, but I'm literally numb. I only drank 2 beers, and I can't even feel my body anymore.
I'm about almost done with a 6-pack.
Why do I get drunk so fast?
I mean, if you don't drink a lot, and you're what, like 90 pounds soaking wet?
That's hurtful talk. Oh, we got Prince Tuna in here. The jerk.
Wait, the Lakeland Lunacy, the witches where she turned the kids into mice and they're in the hotel? Is that the movie?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
That's probably like a Disney movie.
I mean, maybe, but I do remember that movie was fucking awesome.
This movie was
I know what Lakeland's talking about.
I forgot what it was. She puts a spell on this girl and it just like goes really bad. It just... like, it gets worse and worse throughout the movie.
How recent is it?
Dude, I want to look it up. I'm so afraid to touch anything because the whole show's going to crash and shit.
Are you talking about Drag Me to Hell?
There you go. Drag Me to Hell. Thank you, Steel City Dahmer, from avoiding me pressing any buttons and ruining the whole show. I'm like stuck right here in this little space. If I move out of it, it ruins the whole fucking show.
Just give Deadhead the controls. He'll figure it out.
He's not figuring anything out. He's a fucking idiot. The only thing he's going to figure out how to do is eat that girl behind him. That's about it. I mean,
it's the simple pleasures, I guess. But yeah, Drag Me to Hell, like, for a PG-13 movie, that was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I would recommend, if you're like someone that doesn't like PG-13 horror, start with Drag Me to Hell. That was
that's a good solid intro.
I'm the type of dude that loves unrated. When I see unrated, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in. I'll watch that shit. Of course not someone you could be on the show. You're definitely somebody that I have in mind. And plus, the great thing about having you on the show is I literally don't have to say anything. I just have to say, we have Not Slim 1 on the show, and then I could just like sit back, drink a couple of beers, and you'll just keep talking.
Yeah, honestly, that Positive Vibes is pretty impressive with how he can just go.
Yeah. Yeah, he amazes me, man. Yeah, man, on this show, it doesn't work like that. My shows are really, detailed and... what's the word? I'm a little drunk. Difficult? Difficult. I should have known that word. My shows are difficult. It's not like, oh yeah, just get on freaking Hangouts and come on in. Like, Steel City and I have been talking to each other since like 7 days ago, doing fucking quality assurance tests before we started.
For a whole week. You just want to hop in here.
Here's the qualifications for being on my show, Blake. You have to have a laptop and Skype. No Skype on your cell phone. So if you're in the chat room and you meet those qualifications, you are welcome to be on my fucking show. But you're not going to be as good as a guest as the Big Bad Wolf. And you're not going to be as good as a guest as my man right here, Steel City Dahmer. How'd you get that name?
I live in Pittsburgh, and I'm a true crime guy. So, yeah.
Well, we are, Steel City for Pittsburgh and Dahmer for Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, just true crime world, just fucking true crime in Pittsburgh. some of the shit I'm about. I do want to say something that Nick ass said something like that. He says that Pet Sematary remake's gonna be trash. I don't know. That Pet Sematary remake looks like it could be pretty dope. I don't have problems with some of these remakes. Some of them are garbage, but some of them are very good.
And I also want to say something that BklynMenace is right in the track. Sorry, I'm a little buzzed. Of course, I've seen the audition. I've seen that. I have the DVD, man. Since that shit was first released, I've seen that movie so many times. That's a sick ass movie.
What is it?
It's a.
I see it as Chinese horror.
It's made by Takeshi Maliki, whatever. He's a Japanese sick ass. Every movie he makes is sick, but my favorite movie that he's made is Ichi the Killer. I would definitely.
I've seen Ichi the Killer. Yeah.
So if you
with
like
his
that,
face all cut up and shit. Yeah.
Audition is one of his movies. It's about this girl, and she's a psychopath. We'll just put it that way.
All right.
He's fucking dope as hell, man.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find that.
Holy shit. I don't know. Why the hell am I still drunk off 2 beers, man? Steel City Dahmer. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to stop the show. We might have to just keep going till tomorrow.
I mean...
Until I sober up. I did this last week with Big Bag Wolf. Whatever his name was. But I think I'm worse this week.
That fucking guy.
And I'm 2 beers in. Is that sad?
I mean, if you don't drink that much, it is what it is. You know, fuck it.
Maybe it's
I'm feeling pretty good.
Today
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, and I'm 90 pounds, like you said earlier.
Yeah. So 1 beer is about half your body weight. So that's why you get drunk so quick.
Dude, can you believe next Friday, Fearless Fred Fury comes out and fucking flip the rap? It's like double whoops, man. But yo,
yeah,
I gotta say this quiet because my wife is up. I'm taking off work. I took off next Friday just to stay home and enjoy the fucking freshness.
Right.
Fucking Fearless Fred Fury. I hope my shit arrives early.
Yeah, like I was thinking about that today. Like I got really excited that the pre-orders should be going out any day now, right? That's how pre-orders work. You're supposed to get it either at the very latest the day that it drops, right?
We're either going to get it early or we're not going to have it like for 7 weeks after.
Right, yeah.
But either way, I'll hear it anyway because it's going to be on like Deezer and all the streaming.
Yeah, Spotify, yeah.
But how fresh would that be if that shit shows up a little bit early?
Yeah, dude, like I'm going to be looking every day. Just waiting for that fucking album.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm gonna have so much Fearless Fred Fury shit in my house that how could I say Fearless Fred Fury, but I couldn't say like other words earlier.
You could say Big Bad Wolf, but you could say
I couldn't say Big Bad Wolf, but I was able to say Fearless Fred Fury.
Right.
That's a difficult album title to say.
Yeah, the Fearless Fred Fury. Let's get a triple F for the fucking.
It's so weird. It's like when like the whole name Fred. At first, I was like, I'm not feeling that name. But it's like now I've heard it so many times. It's just now I like it.
It just is what it is. Yeah, you got used to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's because like this is the first one with like a human name. Like, how we go from Ringmaster to fucking Fred? What up, Fred?
I could tell you, like Insane Clown Posse is one of the only groups that I must always have to go out and get that physical copy.
Yep.
But it's like I didn't even know if I'd be able to go to the store anymore because I used to get this stuff in like Best Buy on the way home from work, like when shit came out. So obviously I got 2 pre-orders on this. I have the Jersey bundle.
Nice.
So I'm gonna have like so much shit in my house because if you ordered it like on day 1, they added some extra stuff in.
Yeah, on like Black Friday. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck am I going to do with all that stuff?
Who knows, man? Just give it. You can do giveaways.
Giveaways, right? Speaking of giveaways, man, I have this movie here. Have you ever seen this movie? It's in reverse.
Cannibal Holocaust? Hell yeah.
Cannibal. Okay. This is actually like the 3-disc definitive edition of this shit. It's got
for real.
Yeah, it's got like lobby cards in it. Let's do one day, like as your channel grows, let's do a giveaway on there for this Blu-ray. I want to give this away to somebody. This actually gives you the choice of actually watching like the animal killings, or you can choose not to have it, like which one you want.
I like they won't kill that fucking turtle and shit.
Oh yeah, they fucked that turtle up, man.
Yeah.
And as I was saying earlier, how like I don't like the real shit. Like even those animal stuff like really bugged me. But then if I'm like, ah, fuck it, you know. I watched it without it, and actually the movie plays well even without the animal.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. But like honestly, like that, it was just a different time when that movie was made. You know, it was like what, the 80s or 70s or whatever.
That was in
Italy.
Yeah, that's like early 80s.
Yeah.
I seeked out like every cannibal movie ever made. Yeah, and they're all very similar. Like I have Make Them Die Slowly.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're great, man. It's like, yeah, they do not make movies like that anymore, but until they made The Green Inferno. How'd you feel about that movie? Did you see that one?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so did I. What the fuck's up with all the hate on that movie?
It's because nobody likes remakes. That's what it is. If it's a remake, people automatically talk shit on it, and that's just how it is. Yeah, there's a few bad remakes, but there's a lot of good remakes out there, too. And The Green Inferno wasn't necessarily a remake. I feel like it was more homage to Cannibal Holocaust, but it fucking worked.
It definitely
it fucking worked. It was very well done.
Because
the only part I didn't like was a very stupid part that I was just kind of like, okay. Had nothing to do with the plot, nothing to really do with the overall story. It was a fucking 15-second part, and that was it. Everything else, that movie fucking ruled.
Which part was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was when Homeboy got his neck slit open. They put like that eighth of weed in his body before they took him off and cooked him.
Oh, to get them high.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, like it's gonna get this whole tribe high and just an open area. Do you think
that would work on Juggalos? Do you think that trick would work?
No, I mean Juggalos' tolerances are a lot higher when it comes to drugs.
They're not like the Amazon people.
Right.
Kind of live like them at the gathering, but the weed doesn't have the same effect.
We should start cannibalism at the gatherings for the super gathering.
Yeah, when
do
me a favor, just let me know when you're gonna start that. So, well, I'm kind of skinny, so I probably wouldn't be a real big target. He's kind of like in the middle. He might have to run. He might have to head on out of there when the cannibalism starts.
I gotta check what he's eating. He's eating a lot of spices that are gonna sit in the fat. You know what I mean?
He's actually eating all the shitty food that they serve there.
Well, see, then that's probably not going to be good tasting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, of course, fucking a lot of bullshit.
I can tell you this from staying with Not Slim One at the last gathering. If you eat him, you are going to get fucked up. Like, we don't need to stuff any weed in him or anything. You're going to be fucked up, and you're going to be fucked up for a long time if you eat Not Slim One.
All right, well, I mean, I kind of like that. You might have to watch out, Not Slim.
I think I actually got high from getting his sweat on me.
Something like those contact buzz.
Yeah.
Better watch out, Not Slim. Coming after you at the gathering.
But yeah, I really love that movie. The Green Inferno.
The Green Inferno? Yeah.
The first kill in that movie, man, I was like, oh shit. That like
Which one was the first kill?
It's like the heavy guy where he doesn't know what they're gonna do to him, and they just chop his head off, and they fuck him up bad, and it was just it was really brutal.
Speaking of Eli Roth, have you seen The Sacrament?
I didn't see that yet.
Okay, it's Eli Roth's like interpretation of what happened at Jonestown with Jim Jones.
Oh, I saw that.
Like, that's fucking dope. That was a really good movie. Honestly, Eli Roth. It was. It's on Shudder now, but it was on Netflix maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like they're going there to film a documentary.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, Vice comes down because like some guy who works at Vice's sister is part of Jonestown, and they go down to make sure she's all right. Yeah, film some shit, and then we kind of know how that goes down.
You know, it was done similar to that movie, which was great. Did you see VHS 2?
No, I didn't see that yet.
Did you see VHS 1? Have you seen any of those movies?
I think weren't they on? They were on some sort of streaming service.
I don't know what streaming service they were on, but you got to check them out. What's up, Juggalo John? Thanks for joining in, man.
What's up, Juggalo John?
If anyone has any questions for Steel City Dahmer, feel free. All you got to do is put that question mark after your sentence, and I'll say, okay, that's a question, and we're going to ask Steel City Dahmer your question. So,
hey, is it going to be rude if I go take a piss real quick?
That would be really fucking rude. I only did that 3 times to Big Bad Wolf last week. Are you going to, go down into the floor like me? No?
No, I'm going to walk off in that way.
Off?
But hey, in my defense, I did try, and I did piss before we started this.
Are you sure you don't want to piss in one of those bottles, like right here, and like make my show even better than it is already?
I mean, that would be one-upping episode 1 of Tales from the Lotus Pod where Tommy pisses in the tub. We could upstage him, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Danny Boy pisses his pants while watching this.
Hey, see? All right.
I'll be back in 1 minute. I gotta fucking piss.
This show just makes people piss, you know? I've always thought about putting together like a list of some of the cool horror movies that are on Netflix. One of them, I don't know if it would come up in the genre of horror, but you definitely want to see the Korean movie called I Saw the Devil. I think that's still on Netflix. That movie is fucking great. Alright, VHS is on Netflix. All 3, I think. Yeah, Steel City Dahmer needs to check out 1 and 2. I don't even know if I saw 3. God, I'm fucked up. I'm on my 3rd beer. I am fucked up off of these beers. Let's drop the girl out of there. So yeah, put some questions in the chat room that I can ask Steel City Dahmer when he comes back. Victoria was fucked. I don't know if anybody has saw that.
Victoria?
I just saw the Loved Ones on Shudder the other day, the unrated version, that Australian movie. Oh, that shit was badass, man.
I'll check that out.
I love that.
I don't think I've ever watched an Australian movie.
Yo, you have Shudder. Watch Revenge if you haven't seen it already.
Revenge?
Hell yeah. Dude.
What's that about? That sounds familiar.
It's about exactly what it says the title is. It's kind of like a new kind of throwback to like Make Them Die Slowly. Am I giving the right title? What was the movie from years ago where the girl got back at all the guys that like attacked her?
I Spit on Your Grave?
Yeah, I Spit on Your Grave.
Okay, so it's one of those rape revenge movies.
But this movie was filmed beautifully. It is ridiculous amount of blood for a rated R movie. I don't even know how they got away with a rated R rating in this movie. Yo, same thing for this movie. I don't know if anyone has seen this movie. Have you seen Upgrade?
No,
I just saw that. Holy shit. Why have I been putting that movie off? I kept seeing it in the store and I wanted to buy it. I wound up renting it from Redbox. I was like, fuck, I should have bought this.
Oh, so it's a new flick?
Oh, that movie is so fresh, man. Dude, I don't even know how that movie got an R rating. Yeah, it's like over the top gore. It's kind of like an action revenge movie with a guy that gets paralyzed and it's kind of in the future, so they put this thing in him called the stem, and it controls his body, and he basically goes back. The stem helps him to go find everybody that killed his wife in the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
So
Upgraded?
It's just called Upgrade.
Upgrade, okay.
Stitches or Terrifier? I would say the Terrifier is better than Stitches, but they're
The
both
Terrifier
great
was
movies.
dope.
Yeah, Terrifier
dope.
is fucking ridiculous, man. Like, they
Stitches?
do shit in a Terrifier where, like, okay, they're gonna pull the camera away, but they don't. They just...
Right, yeah. Like, I was so used to, like, something might be a cutscene, but no. They were in it for the long haul, and I can really respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen Stitches. That was one on Netflix, right? Like, they had that on Netflix for a while.
Yeah, I bought that movie years ago. Like, I heard about it and picked up the Blu-ray. But that's on. I think that's on Shudder as well.
Okay. Well, did you see the one Eli Roth made? I think it's called Clown.
Some of it.
It was pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed it.
I have a bad habit of falling asleep when I'm trying to watch movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember the last movie that I got through without falling asleep at least once, even in the
Well,
movies.
didn't you say you just finished Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I did. It took me about
Recently?
30 watches to see the whole thing. I kept falling asleep. I was like, fuck, I fell asleep.
It's a good movie.
I loved it.
It's real good.
What made you decide to do a review on that one as your second episode?
I kind of just enjoyed the movie. It's a little bit Juggalo, you can do Juggalo related.
Uh-huh.
Especially with, ICP using a few clips of it on the Wraith. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a really good fucking funny, B-rated, cheesy horror flick.
When the two of us was talking about terror reels before the first episode was put out here on Carnival Spirits, by the way, as we were just chatting, I was talking about a Blu-ray edition of it. I said, holy shit, look at this artwork.
Yeah.
Like right there, like as we were talking, I ordered it, and that shit just showed up like 2 days later. Yeah, and that was the version I watched. Another one, I think that might have been Arrow too. Those motherfuckers at Arrow, like if you like horror movies, here's the thing with me is I like horror movies back from like the 80s and shit like that. But Arrow will take those movies and they don't just say, oh, let's just fucking slap this shit on a DVD or a Blu-ray. They go all out, man. They make those movies like Killer Clowns almost look like a new movie.
Oh, I'm sure. And then they come up with a dope cover art for it. And then you get, some of them have cool little like add-ons to it. Because they were doing Green Inferno and you got that. There was a pretty big poster for it and of an alternative cover. And that shit was dope too.
I almost ordered that. It's coming, with the poster. And I think some of them are going to be signed too.
Oh, they were signed? No, yeah, I think you might be right. I want to say I did hear about that.
Yeah, I bought a couple. I still have some stuff that's not even open yet that it's like I want to watch, but I'm here on YouTube, man. This is taking up a lot of my time.
You're a busy guy.
Brooklyn
You're
and Steel City. By the way, what's up, Necessary Evil? It's good to see you in here. Brooklyn and Steel City. Did you guys see Mandy? Of course, I saw. Not only did I see Mandy, but I bought it the day it came out. I was waiting for it to come out. That is kind of like a... Alright, that's the kind of movie where you literally have to... If you go into it, like I don't do drugs, you will almost feel like you're on drugs watching it. You have to let that movie take you where it wants to take you. It's almost like a freaking psychedelic acid trip, I would say. And it's ultra violent. It's an interesting movie. It is on Shudder, by the way.
Okay, cool. Then Joe John asked about Christie. I ain't even heard of that.
So Necessary Evil said it was the best horror movie he's seen in years. It reminds him of Hellraiser and Evil Dead on acid. Like I said,
that's a pretty
it's like
big,
I've never even done acid, but I kind of figured that that's kind of like what it would be like. And if it is, I'm never doing acid.
That how Necessary Evil just described it, I might have to watch that tonight. I want to do some editing after this, but I might have to watch Mandy after this now.
You know what it is? It's like you see Nicolas Cage on the cover, and sometimes I don't like. We know they put big stars that are in a lot of movies on the cover intentionally to sell it, but sometimes that has the opposite effect on me. Like, I'll see a big star on the cover, I'm like, I don't want to watch that shit. It's Nicolas Cage.
Well, look at Scream. Look at when Scream came out. They put Drew Barrymore on everything. On everything. They put her on the fucking posters, t-shirts, commercials. They made it seem like she was going to be the biggest person in that movie. They killed her off in the first 15 minutes.
One of the companies that is redoing, putting out the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which one was the one with, what's his face, who's a big star now?
McConaughey?
Yeah. So they tried to use his image and whoever the girl who's now a big celebrity on it, and they were like, no fucking way. They made them redo the artwork. Like,
really?
They weren't allowed to use their likenesses on the artwork they were trying to do for the release.
But it's pretty funny that, like, fuck it, they were in the movie. I mean, who doesn't want Matthew McConaughey with robot legs? You know what I mean? Like, because that movie is fucking silly as shit. I think it's the third one.
Yeah. So out of any, like, of the major horror icons, so we're gonna talk about, like, Leatherface. We got Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. Who else could we throw in there? Who's your, like, what's your favorite?
It's either Freddy Krueger or Leatherface.
Mine is Leatherface.
Freddy Krueger, like Leatherface is
Pinhead. How could
Pinhead's dope.
Pinhead is dope.
But Pinhead,
Chucky.
The weird thing about Pinhead for me is he just, like, I feel like he just tries to be too deep. You know, like, yeah, he says some crazy shit, but, like, he just tries to be too deep, and I don't want that in my horror movies. I just want people to die.
Shut up, not Leprechaun. We were talking about Leprechaun earlier. Talking about having to, like, suspend belief. Like, you have to go in saying, okay, I only compare Leprechaun movies to other Leprechaun movies. Critters was, I remember Critters, that was dope. I haven't seen those for a while, but I did notice that, I think Scream Factory put out a double, like, Critters 1 and 2 on Blu-ray.
They came out with, like, a box set for them.
And they're another company that, it's like, if you see Scream Factory, you know they're doing a good job on the DVD.
Yep.
Or on the Blu-ray.
They both have, what was it, Serial Mom. If you guys haven't fucked with that movie and need a good laugh from the 80s, check out Serial Mom.
Tourist
movie's
Trap,
terrible.
I remember. I have a bad memory, but I know Tourist Trap. I'm trying to think about some other movies. It's weird. I was just trying to mention a movie, and as soon as I thought about it, I forgot the title. So we'll let Steel City Dahmer talk, and I'll remember when I'm not thinking about it.
What do you want me to talk about? We just got Juggalo Johnson, Jason, and Captain Spaulding are his favorites. I mean, Cabin Fever was good. That was alright. Fucking Eli Roth. But Captain Spaulding with me, like, he didn't really do too much. How many people did he kill? One guy? That's all I can think of. In the House of Thousand Corpses.
Are you looking forward to the new one?
Yep. Well, Rob Zombie gets some flack for his movies after House of Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, but typically most of his movies I think are pretty dope.
You know what I love about his movies? I love how he recreates the time that I grew up in and the way movies look. Like the way he recreates that 70s and early 80s kind of his movies.
What I think about how are you gonna at you two idiots? Not Slim.
That's how I should start every sentence.
Honestly, I didn't even see the. What's that?
Us two idiots. What do we think?
About the new Child's Play? We'll see.
I didn't even see the trailer yet. I hear a lot of people talking about it.
A lot of people hate it, but like I said earlier, I think a lot of people just hate on.
Are they calling it Charles? Is that true? Is it just called Charles?
What's that?
Is it called Charles?
I thought it was just Child's Play.
Okay.
But if they give us the backstory of Charles Park or whatever the fuck his last name was from the movie, that would be dope.
Did you know
I'll take that.
That was my ex-wife? That was the first, like, our first date was I took her out to see Child's Play. In Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not a bad first date.
And we had like my friend there, but the girl that he was supposed to go with stood him up, so it was just the three of us.
Wait, Necessary Evil. Are you talking about like the scary stories made for whatever book that we all had as a kid with like a skull on it? I didn't know they were making that into a movie.
Yeah, Hostile 2 was a sick movie, especially the scene with the bloodbath. Hostile 1, I loved that movie. Do you get into like some of the French horror movies like Martyrs?
I haven't ventured off too much,
dude.
into them.
Martyrs.
Like it's pretty much. What was it?
Martyrs is crazy.
No, yeah, I've seen Martyrs. Yeah, because that was on Amazon Prime for a while.
Well, did you see the original French or did you see the American remake?
I'm sure it was the American remake.
Yeah, fuck that
for
one.
Sure. I'll have to check that out.
What was one of your favorite experiences like in the movies? Seeing a movie.
Like in the movie theater?
Like that sticks out to you, yeah. I personally, I don't even really go to the movies anymore because I have a way better system at home than the movies, and I'll have to deal with other people. But
I'm trying to think of like.
I'm gonna tell you mine, and maybe it will spark something for you. Mine that always sticks out to me. Well, obviously, besides like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the unrated, which they considered the X-rated cut back then. Flash Gordon, which I used to go and just sit there all day and just keep watching it. But the one that really sticks out to me was Grindhouse. The double feature. Like the original. Like
with Death Proof and the other one.
Yeah. Man, I fucking was so amped to see that movie. It's like, I just loved it. That always sticks out to me as one of my favorite times at the movie, seeing that double feature.
I think I would have to say my favorite time at the theater was for Freddy vs. Jason when that came out, because like the hype was big.
I'm trying to think. I know I have the DVD, but I don't even know if I saw that in the movies. I think the last Freddy movie I saw in the movie was The New Nightmare, which we were pretty impressed with. Like I kind of liked that. The New Nightmare was dope. Yeah. Like at that time, we were like, oh shit, like this is no joke. Like they stopped with all the fucking joking around in that one, and it was
you just in this dark, menacing forest. Yeah, I like how it played on the real world too. Like you just had Robert Englund just fucking painting along, and fucking
Death Proof. I agree with Juggalo John. Death Proof was the shit, and I always favor the first movie more, like the zombie movie. But recently, I picked up the Blu-ray, which plays exactly like the movie did, with all the trailers exactly in order. And I got to see Death Proof for the first time since seeing it years ago in the movies, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, it really is a great movie.
Yeah, I prefer Death Proof. And I do want to talk about what Juggalo John says is don't watch the Nightmare on Elm Street from 2010. That one was a steaming pile of bullshit. That's one of the remakes that I'm not a big fan of.
I saw it. I don't remember it much. I know it was what's his name, the guy who played Rorschach from.
Yep. Yeah, from The Watchmen.
Yeah, which I love that movie.
Yeah, The Watchmen was dope. So I was like, all right, cool. Like this dude's playing Freddy Krueger, and I think Robert Englund was even like, yeah, he's a good fit. So I was like, all right. I walked in that movie thinking it would be all right at least. But everything about that movie was fucking horseshit.
I did not, someone. I do have my sunblock on because I do have 1,000 watts of lights light me up to make me look great. Here on the greatest show on Carnival Spirits. Thank you for everyone that's joining in and watching us with my special guest, everyone. Steel City Dahmer. Also with his new channel, Terror Reels. If you haven't checked out Terror Reels, just type it in. Terror Reels is actually a play on the Terror Wheel.
Yeah, Terror Wheel.
Isn't it? So it's actually a Juggalo meaning to the name.
Yep. Because like my shit is not gonna be Juggalo centered, but there's gonna be little tidbits. You'll see.
Well,
you'll see as everything progresses.
Juggalo John, that was actually a remake because there was the original 2001 Maniacs.
Fucking nonsense, one. Figure the brightness in your room was the skin tone reflecting off your walls.
No, the lighting makes me a little bit more. You want me to take my shirt off, you fuck?
Well, didn't he already oil you up or whatever he did?
He does. Yeah, he's my official sunscreen.
He's your ring girl?
At the gathering, yeah. He's actually officially booted me out of staying in his camper this year. I think, if it's true, that I'm staying with Silent J. I don't know. That hasn't been confirmed yet, but Not Someone is still going to be my official sunscreen applier. It's official.
Prince Tuna with the I don't care what anyone says, the Blair Witch was a smash hit, classic, first of its kind. Marketing was genius. Yeah, that movie, like, that was like with Internet point one, where it wasn't like it was today, where any website you had for the Blair Witch all pointed to that it was real. Those kids were missing. Like I remember at specific theaters, there'd be people passing out flyers like, "Have you seen these people?" And it was the people in the movie. Like the marketing they did for that movie was fucking amazing. Yeah, the fucking Blair Witch gets some bad rap, but that's because those are people who are pussies who get motion sickness too easy.
But was that like the first? That was like the first one that started that whole like real footage craze, wasn't it?
Well, Cannibal Holocaust.
Well, Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah, I know. You know what? At like mid sentence, I was
they did something
similar.
Say
that Cannibal Holocaust is actually the original, supposed to be like real footage.
Yep. But they did something similar too. The director was like told all his actors just to lay low for a while, just to lay low. They had to get like court ordered to have all the actors come back in because they thought it was a real snuff film. They all thought these people were dead just because he told them to lay low. And you know the internet wasn't what it was. There wasn't even. They didn't even have the internet back then.
Yeah, and I would say also like they've done so many of those, and it's like so oversaturated, but there are a few good ones. Some of the ones that stand out to me is like the Spanish movie Wreck. Those are great.
What are those just found? What kind of found footage?
They're almost like so the whole movie is based upon almost like a disease zombie outbreak inside a building.
Okay.
And people go in, and the whole thing is supposedly like real footage. Those are done really well.
But I'm picky on my zombie movies. Being from Pittsburgh and having, you know, Night of the Living Dead, we had Dawn of the Dead, Diary of the Dead. We're real picky about our zombie movies.
What's your favorite? Because I already know what mine is.
Return of the Living Dead. With the punks, and they go in the fucking cemetery.
That's an awesome movie. But I was talking about like of the Night of the Living Dead series coming out of Pittsburgh. I remember like Dawn of the Dead always stood out to me, and I actually have like the definitive edition of it with like a bunch of extra footage. It's a complete.
I got a cool story about that actually. So that was in Monroeville Mall. That's about at most 15 miles from my house, right? And actually probably about 10 years ago, the horror convention, Horror Hounds, came through the area. Yeah, Prince Tuna says Savini version's his favorite. We have the Savini schools in Pittsburgh as well. I've seen Tom Savini working on a roof, being drunk as fuck without a t-shirt on. But back to the fucking Dawn of the Dead story. So their Horror Hounds convention came through town. If you bought the VIP package, you were able to watch the original Dawn of the Dead being played on a projector in Monroeville Mall, and where it was filmed at. That was pretty cool, at least. Because you'd be watching the movie, you'd be like, oh, that's right there. We're right in the middle of that shit.
I would think, Dawn of the Dead holds a special place in my heart because that was one of those movies that as a kid when I saw it. It actually kind of scared me. Like, I didn't want to watch it.
Right.
All the zombies were kind of just like green in that movie. But
Yep.
like once I was all in with horror, like I would definitely say Day of the Dead. Like just even from the opening scene with the zombie with his tongue hanging out.
Right.
That was the one where they were kind of like all underground and they would with Bud
Trying to rebuild the civilization. Yeah.
That movie was dope, and it's like they had some sick fucking scenes in it. I think Tom Savini did the effects on that too.
I think he did. Well, because he did. Yeah, he did Dawn of the Dead, and I'm pretty sure he did Day of the Dead as well.
That's right. Ken Kniff from Connecticut. Carnival Spirits is live. Talking horror here with Steel City Dahmer on the greatest show with BklynMenace and this little fucking asshole right here next to me, Deadhead, who doesn't say anything, doesn't help me out at all. You would even be able to ask one question to the guest so I could just sit back and drink a beer, but fucking no, you don't.
Fucking Deadhead. Good of you anyways.
But unlike all the other Carnival Spirits shows, Kevin Kniff from Connecticut, we have this. If I press the magical button, Deadhead's dessert pops up in the back. We have hookers here. We do. I even have something else. Check this out. I have to do something extra special. You could talk in the meanwhile.
We're doing extra shit over here.
We can actually bring up a fucking hooker pole. Who else on Carnival Spirits does this? This is only here on The Greatest Show. Why do you think it's called The Greatest Show? Not because of me or Steel City Dahmer or even Deadhead. It's The Greatest Show because of this fucking girl and the hooker pole, people. How do you think I came up with the name? It has nothing to do with the intro song.
It's all about.
What were we talking about, Steel City Dahmer? I'm drunk and distracted easily by the chat room.
Dawn of the Dead, fucking zombie movies,
oh,
really.
Yeah, horror movies. Let's get back to that again.
Fucking Prince Tuna, did y'all have banned from TV 1 and 2 VHS back in the 90s?
I did.
No,
but I don't
even know what that is.
I actually did have that, and I have absolutely no idea what they were anymore. I forget.
Yeah, when I was in the 90s, I was a wee lad, you know? So I don't really remember much. Like, because I remember if you wanted good horror, like the crazy horror, you had to go back in the porno section. They wouldn't allow my fucking 9-year-old ass back there.
One of the movies I talked to you about doing a collab show on Terror Reels was the Mutilator, aka Fall Break, which is also on Shudder. Arrow also did a beautiful Blu-ray transfer. That was a movie that I had on VHS as a kid. And like every once in a while as a grown-up, that would just pop into my head, and I was like, damn, what was the name of that movie again that I used to have? And I would type it in. One day I remembered, I typed in The Mutilator, and it popped up. And it actually popped up that Arrow was coming out with this like definitive release of it where they cleaned it up. It's like, it's crazy. I love seeing all these movies over again because when you saw them on VHS, they were in like 4:3 format. Now you get to see them like the way they were meant to be seen in full screen, 16.9.
Dope.
Yeah, that's definitely a movie that I would like you to see. I would like to watch again, and then we kind of get on and just talk about that.
Yeah, I'll check it out here on these coming up nights. I might just order it from Arrow because I kind of want to own the movies that I review. Because also, if we do it both, if we both talk about it, we might just do like a 3 TV screen type shit. Just have that running in the background as we just fucking bullshit over it for a while.
By the way, what's up, KJ Riddle, with that balloon? I'm assuming that's a balloon for It. Do you know I've never seen the original It, and I don't think I've seen the entire new one either.
I'll probably get some shit for this, but that new It so much better than the fucking original Tim Curry It.
Jeepers
And people
Creepers
would hate
3,
you for that, but
I didn't get through the whole movie. But yeah, I kind of agree. Like, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 were so great. Like, 3, definitely a violent movie, but I don't know if it, like, can even compare it to the first two.
I haven't watched those Jeepers Creepers in a while, but from when I remember, I wasn't a big fan of the first or second one.
I used to love those.
I mean, I sometimes it takes a little bit. You know, I might have to watch it a few times to get into it, but yeah, I remember watching them once. I was like, "This is whatever. Ain't that great."
Well, it's like, look, Hellraiser, man. I saw the first one in the movie so many times, and then getting to see like also the unrated versions of them, like 1, 2, and 3. But then like right after that, like what happened?
Yeah, well, they went to space too, didn't they? Didn't Hellraiser go into space?
Did it go to space?
Why does every movie
go to space? Steel City Dahmer.
Because that's where horror movies go to die. We had Leprechaun in space, your favorite movie. We had fucking Jason Goes to Space. And I'm pretty sure we had Hellraiser in space too.
Usually, once a movie goes to space, you can definitely be sure that the next movie is just going to be a remake of the first one. Like, space is usually the end.
Pretty much,
We've
yeah.
done
It's
everything
the final
we can
frontier.
fucking do. Let's go to space. Like, what is it about space that
It's the final frontier, man. It's what it is.
Why don't they just instead of space just put shit?
Well, I think with space, it's because you can get away with a low budget because most of these movies. Fuck you, Juggalo John. Jason X in space was fucking awesome. It has the best kill of the whole series in it. Fight me. Where he fucking takes that girl's face and fucking liquid nitrogen or whatever and smashes her face into a billion pieces. Amazing kill.
Look, let's go back to a conversation before the show, Steel City Dahmer. So Ken Kniff from Connecticut said, I bet Deadhead could fuck that stripper before Brooklyn. Maybe I know Ken Kniff from Connecticut. Maybe he had another name. It's like we were talking about people knowing Deadhead and him growing in popularity. Even more than me, his creator.
Yeah. But I have a feeling Ken Kniff's some other account. Because he was talking about grabbing it. He's going to grab my beard and grab it. Just grab it.
Yeah, it gets confusing to me when people start changing their name.
I think it's just a troll account. Who are you, Ken Kniff? We will find you.
You can't fucking hide. We know who you are. Well, let's save the hooker. Let's get her out of here.
Yeah, save the real ones first.
Don't you think people judge movies like too quick? Like people just, oh, that sucks. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying with the remakes. If people hear it's a remake, they're automatically going to think it was terrible.
Yo, if it wasn't for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, like, horror was starting to, like, really fade. Like, that remake sparked horror back up again. Well, Phantasm, Phantasm is the shit. Like,
when did that remake of Texas Chainsaw come out, roughly?
I saw it in the movies, and I couldn't even tell you. I would say, what is that, early 2000s? Or if that's the late 90s, holy shit.
Because it was dying off, and Scream brought it back for a while.
Scream was different because it kind of introduced in that comedy horror type mix.
Yeah, and it was real meta. You know, they knew that it was the fucking... You know, they knew about horror movies, and they brought it all in. And I think it really kind of changed horror in that way for a while. A lot of movies were meta after that, where they were like, yeah, we know about Jason. You know, like in Friday the 13th, like we knew how horror movies worked. Now, all of a sudden, every horror movie that we've seen. And then you're right. Like we saw a lot more horror comedies after that. It was a game changer.
Yeah, you mentioned like Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I've seen about half of that. That is definitely a movie that a lot of people love, and I can see
it's a great movie.
I just keep falling asleep. I'm
Well, quit being so
tired, man. I'm really tired.
Quit being so old.
Like, literally, if I just want to go to bed, I just turn on a movie. It's like sleeping pills.
Right. Yeah, Shaun of the Dead was funny as fuck.
Shaun of the
That was
Dead,
a good
hell
one.
yeah. Like, if you haven't seen Shaun of the Dead, it was funny, but at the same time, it was a sick fucking movie.
Yeah, it was good. The gore was good.
It really was.
The plot was not bad.
It's kind of like a love story mixed with a zombie apocalypse movie. At the same time.
Yeah, kind of like Fido.
Everything from those dudes that they do, I love all the movies that they've done.
Well, like Hot Fuzz and
I love Hot Fuzz.
What was that one where it was the end of the world?
Yeah, 28 Days Later, and what was the second one? 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah, it was 28 weeks. But see, I don't fuck with those. I don't like those type of zombies. I don't like fucking.
Well, you gotta
almost
admit, like,
intelligent, fast
zombies in general have become kind of oversaturated in the horror
Yep.
market. It's almost like, come on,
Yeah.
it's enough already.
That's why, like, I haven't fucked with The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when The Walking Dead kicked it off, it was just zombies were everywhere. We had them in Call of Duty. We had them on fucking TV shows. Every other movie was fucking a zombie movie. Idle Hands was fucking dope.
I got my
see
wife,
that.
yeah, I remember that. I got my wife into watching The Walking Dead, and now it's almost like it's on, and she's just watching it, and I'm up here doing YouTube shit. It's like I've lost complete interest in it.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things. Like, it was just like you said, it was just oversaturated with zombies everywhere you look.
I think next season on The Walking Dead, what they call them, like the Whisperers. The zombies are now starting to talk or some shit.
See, that's fucking dumb. That's dumb.
You heard it.
I mean,
you heard it here first on Carnival Spirits, the greatest show with BklynMenace and Dead Head. That's dumb.
See, like, come on, see, Ken Knips wants me to let him grab it. So yeah, he can grab it. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And Prince Tuna, are you talking about the new Dawn of the Dead? Yeah, because they were fast in that, weren't they? They were intelligent.
Oh, that actually is one of the best zombie remakes, and also probably one of the best openings for a movie ever. That was Tom Savini did that movie.
Did he? The new? I know he did the original.
No, I'm talking about the first ever remake of Dawn of the Dead, where
I didn't know he made that.
Yeah, like where they're back in the mall again. That's a great movie.
I'll have to check the new one out.
That's highly recommended to check that one out. But it's like I seek out really obscure shit. I love finding like old 80s horror movies that are cleaned up, but it's simple. Like just go on like Arrow, like we were talking about. Look at like some of the collection. Go on Scream Factory and see some of the shit they put out. And that's it. That'll kind of lead you down the rabbit hole of finding some like
you put me on to Arrow because I only knew about is it Scream Factory or is it Shout Factory?
I think it's Shout
or
Factory
Shout are different
or Scream Factory. I think it's both the same.
Okay, I knew about them, but I didn't know about the Arrow until we talked about it a few weeks ago.
What do you think about like not someone's bringing in like shitty B horror comedy? See, I personally like movies that are bad that weren't meant to be bad. Kind of like I'll forget everything. I have a terrible memory, but like
the Stuff.
Okay, like yeah, The Stuff. Well, to go back to that movie is when I worked on the movie that I did in Manhattan. I was working with the daughter of the guy who made The Stuff, which is Larry Cohen.
Yeah.
And one of the nights that we were shooting scenes, he was off filming a movie in like France. So we were shooting in his Manhattan apartment. And when I was in there, he had like the neon sign and shit and the props from The Stuff. And I was up in there fucking...
Did you swipe any of it?
No, I was just like geeking out, man.
Right.
I think we might have stayed there and like slept there all night, but I was like, holy shit, I'm in like Larry Cohen's apartment.
Yeah. That's
They have
pretty cool
they have a
fucking
documentary on him about Shudder. As soon as I got Shudder, that was the first thing I watched was the documentary about Larry Cohen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the documentary they had on Hellraiser?
I started watching that. The one where they talk about making a Hellraiser 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching that. Guess what happened, people? I fell asleep.
Doug Bradley actually is like part owner of a bar in Pittsburgh too. We got the Smiling Moose. He partly owns that bar, from what I've heard at least. Could be bullshit, I don't know. But like, so not Slim One. Like, what type of shitty B horror comedies are you talking about? Blood Nasty. I don't know if I've ever heard. It sounds.
I don't like when they intentionally try to make movies bad instead of them trying to be really good, but they are bad.
I don't know. Sometimes it really works out. Like what was it? Like President's Day or some shit. Where it was like Abraham Lincoln, like some guy in an Abraham Lincoln costume just killing high school kids. Like, yeah, Thanksgiving. That movie was so fucking awful. It was amazing. Like, it was just fucking, yeah, like, that was made to be a shitty movie, and it was a shitty movie, but it was amazing at the same time.
What was the one recently that, have you seen on, oh man, sorry, I'm a little buzzed. Just talk, man, I'll think about it. I'll remember what I want to say.
Just drink more.
Just drink more, and my memory will come back. Eventually.
Yeah, that's how that works.
What was the movie with, what was that recent movie with, Birdemic. Now, what's amazing,
Birdemic?
What's amazing about Birdemic is...
Are you talking about the Quiet Box or whatever?
Birdemic.
Bird Box.
No,
You're
just
talking about
Birdemic. That movie was made by this Asian guy, and he actually thinks that movie is good. That's why that movie is a much watch for anybody, because I watched it because they had this documentary series on Vice about like crazy movies or like really bad movies, and that movie was made seriously by that director, and it's probably like the worst movie ever made. So that's what made me want to watch it, and I couldn't believe it was so fucking awesome.
Well, look, you didn't fall asleep during this movie, and that's saying a lot. So I'm gonna have to check this out.
No, I didn't. That one I stayed up for, but fucking like the new Star Wars, I'm out like a light.
I'm gonna have to check that out. It's a good cosign.
Yeah,
Slim wants you to audio patch him in.
How am I gonna patch you in, man? This show is real detailed. Like everything that's gonna happen has to happen before the show starts.
He's got a box and everything.
How am I gonna patch him in? It's impossible. The only way I can get you in is if I call you on the phone. You want me to call you? Just put yes in the chat if you want me to call you. I'll call you on the phone, and I'll hold my phone up to the mic. I'll just call him. Fuck it. I'm not gonna wait for the damn delay. We're calling freaking Canada.
You didn't have a drink, would probably be able to figure it out. What up, Chad?
What's up, Chad Dorsett? How you doing, man?
Yeah, Juggalo John. Chernobyl Diaries was pretty poop.
Let's call.
It's poop sauce.
Hold on. Let's put him on speaker.
That's how we do it on The Greatest Show.
That's how we do it. It's a one guest maximum limit for this show. This ain't like Google Hangouts where you can just like put everybody in here.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up? You're on The Greatest Show live. I have to say that for legal purposes. We don't want Carnival Spirits to get a fucking lawsuit.
Oh,
Oh, you that damn video.
What's up?
What's going on, man? I can't patch you into the show, so I just called you.
I love you, man. I'm so glad that you called me, man. I'm just chilling out right now. I'm watching the show. And I'm so, like, stoned, man.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude. I'm just fucking chilling out, hanging out with my plants, hanging out with you guys. You know, just fucking... Hey, you didn't answer my question in the chat earlier. Did y'all correlate on what y'all would wear tonight with your fucking serial killer shirts, or was that just like a happy accident?
Now,
it was a happy accident.
Yeah, it was just an accident. The only thing we synced up is the beer.
You guys are so fucking cool, man. I wish I was there, dude.
You are there, man. You're here right now. I just called you live on the air. I interrupted my live show to call you.
I fucking love you guys, man. That's the type of shit I'm fucking talking about. It's that Juggalo takeover, man.
Whoop, whoop.
I have to answer a question from the chat. Danny boy, we're both drinking Yinglings. That's the one thing we synced up. Not our outfits. We synced up our beer. I asked Steel City Dahmer what beer he would like to drink on the show tonight a couple of days ago, and he said Yinglings. I said, all right, man, I'm going to make sure I don't drink that stuff that people were speculating was Deadhead's piss last week when I was talking to the Big Bad Wolf, and I went out today and bought the Yinglings.
You have been drinking tonight, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. I've had 3 beers. And I gotta head out early in the morning because I'm heading over to Manhattan tomorrow.
We're gonna go shoot the stuff part 2?
No, nothing that exciting.
Okay.
Hey, Danny boy, get at me. We'll figure out a way I can ship you some Yingling. Get at me on that.
Yeah, you know, some people can't get that, man. Like,
it's only the East Coast, really.
Remember when the guy
Like,
was
there's a distributor in PA and there's one in Florida.
Or
Wait.
was that the Blob?
sorry, I have headphones on, so when Steel City Dahmer was speaking, I couldn't hear anything you said. I should put like Not Slim One on the phone up on the screen. What did you say?
Hell yeah, fold me into this show, you fucker.
Next time, we'll do a full episode together, man.
What, on Studio 17 or on the Carnival Spirits?
No, this is a Carnival Spirits exclusive show.
Hey, no, hey Blake, I got something for Studio 17 in the future.
Carnival Spirits big time, but recently you were doing stuff not on this channel, and I just wanted to fucking give you a big shout out for the chat room show.
Thank you very much to you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
That's a pretty sweet little thing that they got going on there on the internet about it.
Did you see how it took over my channel, and then last night it took over the Tales from the Lotus podcast channel?
Yeah, who knew that you could do my show without me? I think it's great.
Well,
no, yeah, they don't have Yinglings. It's only the East Coast thing.
That's what you get for teaching me how to do shit.
I know. Talk about fucking job security. I fucking really dropped the ball on that one.
Stop doing instructional videos on YouTube. Keep that shit to yourself. People like me are watching, man, and I'm stealing that shit.
Fucking Juggalo content thieves.
Hey, that's open to everybody. I think I'm putting it to pretty good use, right? You know what was so good about last night's show I did on Tales? I actually turned it on and went and watched a movie with my wife and just came back when the movie was ending and just shut it down. That was the easiest show I ever did. That was when I watched Upgrade.
Put like OBS on a timer to turn off.
Alright, Not Slim One, I'm losing viewers here, man. I have a special guest on the show. I'm gonna be sure.
10 viewers the whole fucking time I've been watching.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, thanks for dealing with my annoying ass and folding me into the show. Big shout outs to you, Steel City Dahmer. I know you can't hear me or talk to me or whatever, but whatever.
I can hear you.
Love you guys, and I love you, but fuck you.
I love you too. I'll send you the bill for the phone call.
He already hung up on you.
Fuck him.
But Blake, with you complaining about Studio 17 not getting anything, I got something in the works for you. It might be a little bit, but I got something in the works for Studio 17.
We're coming. Studio 17 is going live the last weekend of this month, I think. I don't even know what's going on my own damn channel.
But I'm going to do, you heard it here first, I'm going to do Big Money Hustlers, a review for it on Studio 17.
There you go.
Probably won't be done by February 23rd, but
he just put the information. Well, you better get it done quick, man.
No. It'll get done. The next time you guys have a takeover, I'll toss it your way.
Yo, like when I designed this show, it was getting way more difficult than it needed to be.
Right.
And I just said, fuck it. And last week, I spoke to Big Bad Wolf a little bit before, and I was like, let's just do a straight up interview show with this. I mean, it could turn into whatever I want, but that's the problem. It's like I was making shit way too freaking difficult, and then it takes forever to put a show together.
Right.
So I figured, let's just get on here and talk. I'd rather speak with other YouTubers than like artists and shit like that, you know? Like you're up in everybody's chat, you know, so people know who you are, but they don't get to see it too often.
Right. I'm open. Well, because I fucking work a lot. You know what I mean? I'm at a desk job, and that shit gets boring, so
yeah.
And everyone fucking stream all the time.
Yeah, I'm all over the place too, and doing a lot of YouTube stuff on a lot of different channels.
Yeah, that's why like I kept trying to push like money for you, because just fucking I know you're just a fucking super busy guy working on everyone's fucking show. Nah,
like I said with you, it's like I like what you were doing. It's kind of like something that I'm into, so I definitely just enjoyed like putting that design together for you. And then after I looked at it too much and watched your first show, I was like, I don't like it anymore. So I redid the whole thing. It's like, it's too busy. I don't like the way it looks.
I'll tell you what, though, it worked out when at the end, when that lady bit Homeboy's dick off, your hook was just right in the proper place. And it worked. And I didn't have to fucking censor it out or nothing.
I would call that destiny, Steel City Dahmer.
Right. I would have put Jay's fucking funny picture of Violent Jay's head though on the dick, and it just followed around as a censor bar. That shit would have been funny.
But I like the new style. Looking forward to seeing it when you
honestly,
from outer space.
Like I said, I wanted it to be done by tomorrow. I just have a little bit more editing to do. I got to record the intro and the outro, but that should only take, 10, 15 minutes and edit that. It might be up by late tomorrow, but if it's not up tomorrow, it should be out by like Tuesday or Wednesday.
How long are these videos taking you to pump out? What can we expect? How many videos can we expect to start seeing on Terror Reels?
Originally, I wanted it to be one a week, right? But so far, this one's taken me almost 2 weeks.
But you know what happens? Going live like this is a little addicting. Like, I hate being live. Well, maybe not anymore. Like, I never planned on being a live host for anything. Because I'm not like I said earlier, even before we start, I'm not a talkative person, but neither are you.
Right.
I think that makes us a perfect combination, though. But yeah, this is kind of like the easiest way to pump out content. And sometimes even doing stuff just like this and just getting on and talking, more people will be into watching it than just like a straight video.
Yeah, no, because I'm that way. I'd rather watch a live stream than some other bullshit. But honestly, like, and as you can see, like in my bowling balls one, like my reviews aren't up to par quite yet. So I don't think I can just be able to spit it off at the top of my head. Like, I gotta sit down and write you know, my review. And that's something, you know, that's also in the works too. I gotta get better at that, but I couldn't just sit here and just watch the movie or watch a movie and just be like, yeah, so that happened.
By the way, let me just welcome JR Filthy to the chat room. Whoop, whoop. Thank you for joining.
Is he just showing fucking emojis like he always does?
Yeah, that same one.
Hell yeah. Good for him. I see him in CPNs a lot and it makes me laugh. Just the fucking emojis. He's randomly throws out there.
How do you like being on this side of things? I know you've been live once. I remember when you did show up one day on Tales from the Lotus podcast. You were outside. I thought you did a great job. That was like one of the first times you ever were on a live show.
Yeah, this is my second time. Yeah, that was my first time. I don't know, it's a little weird, but you kind of get into it.
Uh-huh.
You know, like what Wolf said last week, like he was pretty nervous. Like, I was pretty nervous going into this. But now, you know, it's all good. I'm a little drunk now, though, but yeah.
So am I more of an asshole offline or on, like, during the show? Which one? Or am I the same person?
Online.
Online, right?
It's online, yeah.
Yeah. I'm, like, super nice. Like, when,
yeah, you're
when
all
the camera's
polite.
off and polite. And then as soon as it comes on, I just turn into a complete asshole.
Yeah, you're like, fuck you.
Hey,
Get me dick on
Alan, how are you?
chips.
It's nice to see you. I know who you are. I believe you're Chad's wife or girlfriend. Isn't it funny how like we all know each other? Like, but we, well, yeah. I know a lot of people in the chat room I've met in person, obviously, multiple times.
I think the only people in the chat that I've met, actually just one is Blake. Because I think I've only met you and Blake.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran into each other a couple of times at the gathering.
Yep. Yep. That one time I kept yelling Brooklyn. Like, I wanted the first time at you because you just weren't having it.
Well, somebody is weird. Another YouTuber said he saw me, and he goes, and he was like doing like a review of the gathering of people that he ran into, and when he got up to me, he goes, "Yeah, man, I also ran into BklynMenace, but you know, he was kind of like a little standoffish. Like, I said hi to him a bunch of times, and he just completely ignored me." I was like, did I? It's like, I wanted to just like, well, next time let me just buy you a case of beer and let's chill out. It's like, I must have been like staring at, I must have been live, and if I'm live, I'm usually kind of like looking at the shot in the camera and I'm not paying attention, because I would never not like stop and chill out and say hi to anybody.
Also, I also think like there's just so much going on that if someone just yells Brooklyn,
that's, you know, and that happened a few times at the gathering. I heard people saying Brooklyn, but I just thought they were saying Brooklyn. Like, they're not talking.
Yeah, like I think that's what happened with you and I. Like, when it was during the was it Miss Juggalo pageant or the wet T-shirt contest?
I remember the first time seeing you was like kind of like you by main stage, but you were all the way in the back, kind of like by the food vendors, and I ran into you over there. And I think that was
I think that was the second time I met you.
I think every time we met, it's on my live streams.
No, I think the one time was on 4K. Because you had like the better camera in your hand, not the gimbal.
Speaking about a meeting I have to do right now, I have a short meeting that I need to do with the restroom. So Steel City Dahmer, take over. Carnival Spirits is all yours,
I got this.
All right, you got it. Steel City Dahmer is going to take over. I will be right back in a few moments. I might even grab another beer. I might even do number 4. Woo woo.
Yeah, we got beers here. All right, so I saw Juggalo John ask what other 2 flags are on my wall. This one, this one's a fucking dissection flag. Yeah, for Storms the Light Band, it's a good fucking, some juicy black metal band. Who actually has a good backstory. So the lead singer, he went to jail for something. I think it was like gay bashing or some shit like that. He fucking went to jail, came back out, super like legit anti-cosmic Satanism, thought he'd become a dragon in a different dimension and killed himself. He's probably not a dragon. And this other flag over here, this is a Slayer flag for God Hates Us All. And that's the answer to your question. So what else we have in the chat? Nightbot is a gold-selling artist. Yup. He's got a gold plaque over here, or over there. I'm terrible with this. Over here. Shout out to Juggalo Street Team. You've met Ken Kniff from Connecticut. No one gives a fuck about you, Ken Kniff. We got J.R. Field with his fucking face emojis. Becoming a staple. Hell yeah, I like Amon Amarth. Chad, where are you from? Are you going to the Slayer Amon Amarth tour that's about to start off? If so, what stop are you going at? Gotta keep going though. We can't have dead air on here. So yeah, Chad, where you at? Maybe we'll meet up at that show. Upstate New York. What, like Albany? I got a friend who he lives out there. Well, he used to live out there. Yeah, Juggalo Johnson's Jerry's making a emoji shirt. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, see, look, J.R. Philly's just making more emoji faces. Becoming a real staple in the fucking CPN chat room.
Holy shit, I just realized how drunk I was when I walked downstairs to grab another beer, and I was at the bottom of the stairs, and I kept walking downstairs. Yeah.
Alright, well, you know how... What's that?
Steel City, do you like Amon Amarth? Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Are you gonna go see them in the fucking Slayer, Amon Amarth, Lamb of God, and someone else tour? That's to you, Brooklyn.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No. The next concert
Why
I'll
not?
be at is the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Why don't you come to go see Amon Amarth? Look, drive to my house. I'm only like, what was it, like 4 hours away.
No, you're way
then we'll try
further.
the
You're way further than 4 hours. You're closer to like 7 or 8 hours. You're all the way on the other side of the state.
No, you're close to Philly, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm like
Pittsburgh to
40
Philly is only
miles
5
outside of
hours.
Philly.
Yeah, Pittsburgh to Philly is only 5 hours.
Maybe if I take the helicopter. If some asshole didn't make
Yeah,
me
it's like
crash
a
it.
helicopter. You can be over here.
Well,
Juggalo John, I don't think Behemoth's on this leg of that tour. Behemoth's doing something else this summer. She'll be in Pittsburgh for. But hey, I gotta piss again. 6 beers are gonna do that to me. So now you have to take over the show.
this is
And
like
we're gonna be
the musical chairs of piss. I come back.
Yeah. You need to put some music on for this.
I have music
I'm
on.
back.
I told you you wouldn't be able to hear anything I'm doing on this side. Let's give a big
Well,
round of applause for Steel City Dahmer going to take a piss. The fucking crowd loves it. And I love it too. And let's give a big round of applause for the greatest show right here on Carnival Spirits. And definitely make sure to tune in to my homies from Tales from the Lotus podcast. Going live sometime tomorrow with a big guest. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm an Amon Amarth fan.
Chad, that's because everyone is an Amon Amarth fan.
But the crowd's still clapping for you. They
Woo.
love you, man.
That's right, it is Cannibal Corpse, yeah, yup. Which fucking, I'll be the first to say it. Cannibal Corpse is a little overrated. It certainly is because he's a fucking gold-selling artist, J.R. Filthy. That's why you love him.
J.R. Filthy wants to do a feature with Nightbot.
Yeah, he said it's not because he's a gold-selling artist, but I think it's all because he's a gold-selling artist.
Well, you do know I'm his ghostwriter. We were talking about that too earlier, man. Those bots have just taken over. I'm calling this year of the bot.
I love it.
Yeah, this is year of the bot.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm excited for Josh's bot. I saw him up in the corner on the Tails chat stream yesterday. Just only Mr. Wilson it from fucking nose up.
Yeah. I'm real excited to have to figure out how to make that.
What color was his bot?
Blue. I'm trying to keep everyone from the show blue. I did make mine red, like just my icon. But actually, they're all for a T-shirt that's going to be coming out.
Dope. You should fucking put like Hooker's blood on Josh's Nightbot. There's like a splatter of red blood across it.
I was thinking about that. I was also thinking about possibly like some flying robotic cats. I don't know how much Josh in real life enjoys the Hooker stuff.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he likes it that much. Like every time I do it, you know, because I am the idiot that started all that. He's always blaming, you know, which I agree. He could but he doesn't play along.
Yeah, I don't think he likes it too much.
Yeah. I saw him in the chat earlier. Thanks for the
support,
he was around.
Homie.
I can get him right away, man. We have our own little private Tales from Lotus podcast chat room, which I know he's in.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. Well, Oxide, unless I doubt he's staying. He was over at Astro. What do you think about that event? Is that something that you'd like to go to, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'd fuck with it. It's one of those things I don't care too much about it, but they do have some horror people there, and I'll fuck with that. And like they had Mikey Clark there, which would be cool, and then they had Olazul Elu. I want to say Ann Twisted doing like horror chat or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. I don't really understand what it was. Like I think they were doing horror reviews, something along those lines. That'd been cool to see. I'm a big Axe fan. Not a huge fan of Corrosion and Conformity though. Chad. But that shit would have been cool. You know, I still fuck with Twisted. I like watching the beef unfold. I like everyone losing their shit, but I don't know. I never really pick sides.
I don't think I did either. I just think as someone that's like a DJ, I just enjoy music, and if I like it, I like it.
Yep. And let's be fair, like, every diss track that each side's come out with has been fucking hard. Like, that new one that Twisted came out with was fucking good. That fucking Pilla Diction line that fucking Mono had was fucking sick.
Are you talking about Splitting This Paint, or are you talking about the brand new one?
The brand new one. The one that came out like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
We got Skeletor Outcast joining us. What's up, man?
What up, Skeletor?
Run keeps saying that he wants to see you on this show, so we'll have to work it out. We'll have to work it out when you're not working.
What show? Tales?
No, on this show. He wants me
to
interview. What? He wants me to interview Skeletor on this show, the greatest show.
Yeah, get Skeletor on here. That'd be a good one.
This is different than Tales. I try to keep this to just one person.
Not a free for all.
Yeah.
The free for all works though. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, people got to get the guest timer,
it's
but
good because people could.
There's a lot of funny shit.
But when we did like the Hollycast, that was a fucking clusterfuck.
Right.
Which is why I do so much testing now before the show, where I actually do a video that nobody can see, and then I'll go watch it to test the audio. Because it sucks when you start a show and then everybody's in the chat room saying, "Oh, echo," or "I can't hear you."
Right.
Fuck,
Right.
am I supposed to figure out how to fix that during the damn show?
And yeah, Juggalo John, yeah, it was started at the bottom. It started at the bottom. That new twisted track. Oh, the hooker's back.
Yeah. I almost got bit, so I'd bring her out. It's kind of like a distraction.
Right. Look, Deadhead looks a little calmer now than
All
what he
these
was
other
before.
YouTubers, they just get to go on, they do their little live stream from their fucking cell phones, and they turn it off and they're done. I gotta fucking clean up dead hookers. It's a whole fucking thing here.
Yeah, man, you live that rough life, huh?
I'm getting text live. I guarantee you that this is going to be coming from inside my house. It is coming from inside my house. It's like that horror. It is like a fucking horror movie. What's that horror movie where the call's coming from inside the house? With the baby.
What was that? It was the babysitter was one of them. But wasn't it
scarier than that? This is my wife wanting to know where are we staying when we go to New York tomorrow, because I still haven't booked a hotel room and we're going tomorrow. Yeah.
You might want to get on that.
Should I respond? I don't respond to texts from inside my own house. So we're just going to throw that phone away. Just ignore it like it never happened. We'll figure that out. Who gives a shit where I'm staying? Somewhere in New York.
How long of a drive is that for you from your side of PA to fucking
100 miles to Manhattan from here.
So like a little under, like maybe like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
I'm actually going past Manhattan because I'm going to visit my family.
Okay.
Yeah, and they no longer live in Brooklyn. They moved to Long Island, so I'll be going that way. Yeah. So while all you motherfuckers are working tomorrow, I'll be sitting in traffic, hungover from this show tonight, probably listening to the replay on my headphones, saying, "Damn, man, what can I do better than hell yeah? What can I do better than next time?"
I think next time I gotta take a piss.
Hoboken with some bum. Hoboken's actually nice. My brother used to live in Hoboken.
I think next time I gotta take a piss, I'm just not gonna say anything, and then when I come back, I'm like, "Hell yeah," and it'll be all good.
That fixes everything, right? Warlock said,
yeah,
he
exactly.
He has like the best tagline on YouTube.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
It's like the answer to everything.
I keep like, oh man, like my mom died and my car's on fire and I got AIDS. Like, hell yeah, that's what's up.
You know, you
could, like, all right, hell yeah,
you could actually say that on Tales from the Lows podcast, and that might be the response that you get.
I think I might have to try. I might have to try to get on Tales and just randomly slip that in there. One of those things. I'm like, I got AIDS, man. This big world. Actually, I just be looking at his family. Hell yeah.
I can get you back on that show if you want to be on there again.
Word. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If not, we'll just do our own show on there. How about Terror Reels on Tales from the Lows podcast?
Yeah, we can make that work.
Let's just make it like a traveling show. It'll show up everywhere.
Right? Just hop around fucking site to site, channel to channel.
And then your channel will just blow up, and all the viewers will go over there, and then you can just say, fuck all those guys.
Right? Release a picture, just me just fucking give them the finger and roll out. There wasn't any dead. Oh, he's talking about fucking tails. You want me to take my shirt off? You don't want to see that.
Holy shit! I'm never leaving in the morning. What's it? 1:22. Holy shit!
Yep.
This is even longer than the Big Bad Wolf interview.
Is it? Because that was like 2.5 hours, wasn't it?
What time do we start? 11:30, 12:30? No,
like 11:30.
No, we beat that one. I always say to myself, I'm just keeping it to 1 hour, and that's it. And it's like, you think about going live if you're not someone that does YouTubing. Like, think about someone saying, okay, you're going to be live and do a show for an hour. You'd be like, holy shit, that's a long time. But it's like, once you start talking, it's like 7 hours later. And you're like, yeah.
You're like, oh, shit, yeah.
And you're just talking. Like, holy shit, that went forever.
Juggalo John wants me to mail my shirt to him. How about that? Mail you this. Honestly, though, fuck the company I got this shirt from. They're fucking terrible.
Your time doesn't count, Skeletor Outcast. That's not the real time.
Yeah, Skeletor, did you go to the fucking... that ain't even today. Never mind. I'm fucking stupid.
Can I bring the picture
I think you
up?
got that snow over there.
Can I bring the picture up with Max again, real quick? It's just
Hell
gonna
yeah,
cover,
you can.
Let me just show this picture again. Look at this fucking freshness, man.
Hell yeah.
You got Max in the studio. You got fucking Shaggy 2 Dope, Ouija Mac. Oh, we can't see CPN anymore. Trey Pounds.
There's Trey Pounds, too. Yep.
Darren Vegas.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking proud of him for that. He's been fucking working his ass off for this
Hell
shit.
yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's give a big round of applause for that.
Hell yeah.
That's the power of persistence.
That's the power of 17. And
That's right. Max is not the type of guy that just says, I want to do something, I'm going to do something. He fucking gets out there and he does it.
right.
Just like me.
Because,
I said, I'm going to be on Carnival Spirits with the greatest show, and I'm going to have Steel City Dahmer on my show, and we are going to fucking drink Yinglings, and we're going to talk about fucking horror movies, whether people like it or not. I don't give a fuck if there's no viewers. I'm just kicking back with my friend, talking about horror movies, ignoring all my wife's texts. I don't give a fuck where the hell I'm staying tomorrow in New York. Who the hell even knows if I'm going to get up tomorrow morning? Because I drank 4 beers tonight on the greatest show right here on Carnival Spirits. Right, Steel City
hell
Dahmer?
yeah. Hell yeah, I might have to steal that whole segment.
I don't end the show until my wife comes and knocks on the door, like last week. That's when we know the show's over. We got to get the knock. And again, we got the FFF 665. We talked about that earlier. Holy fucking shit. Next Friday, Fearless Fred Feely drops. And not only that,
yeah,
once we get done listening to that, then on the same day, unless I'm wrong, because I'm not really a fucking somebody that you should go to for all your Juggalo news, but fuck it, I'm here on Carnival Spirits, so that makes me a professional. We're also going to get Flip the Rat on the same day. Another full-length album.
So Juggalo John asked me who my favorite serial killer was. That's honestly not a dumb question. Because it's not Dahmer. Dahmer's number 2. But fucking, even though technically I guess he wasn't a serial killer. But Ed Gein, dude. Ed Gein's fucking dope. Yeah, and we get a lot of horror movies from him. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there's parts of him for it. Sons of the Lambs.
Henry?
It was basically Henry, the portrait of a serial killer. Yep.
Disturbing movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I can't really describe it else but just weird. The Zodiac. Got fucking Ted Cruz.
I remember
hey, Brooklyn,
when I was
did
young,
you see...
the 44 caliber killer was running around in New York shooting people.
Yeah, so did you live through that?
Yeah, I
Were
did.
you in
I
New York?
actually did. And
How was that?
We had the big blackout and everything. It was crazy, man.
Do you remember any like newspaper from that?
I was a kid. It's a long time ago, but I just remember when it was going on. And didn't Spike Lee make the movie about that? It just brought back so many memories when I watched that movie. I forgot what
the Son of Sam movie?
Yeah, Son of Sam. Yeah, that movie I loved that when I watched that. It just brought back a lot of memories of my childhood. Even though I guess
that's honestly pretty crazy. Like I never thought that you probably lived through Son of Sam.
I lived through the Hindenburg crashing.
You lived through the fucking First Supper,
I was the one that videoed that.
Oh yeah, you You also recorded when JFK got shot too, right?
I used to.
You
know how old I am?
Pursuit tapes or
I'm not gonna
whatever.
give my age on air. Some people know how old I am, but I am in my 40s. But I used to make horror movies on like Super 8 film when I was a kid.
Look, he's really 78 years old.
Yeah, I'm just preserved. I don't even look like I'm in my like 20s or 30s. It's all
You just use really good lotion and keep that skin.
Actually, I don't use any lotion. I don't do anything. That was just at the gathering because I know.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to get fucking
in the sun.
Sun AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my fucking giant hat.
Yeah. I don't think you have to worry about that this year, though. With as much trees it looks like there's going to be, you might be fine.
Yeah, this year we just have to beware of ticks.
Yeah, right? I didn't really think of that. Well, you have to worry about ticks where you're at, don't you? There's a lot of ticks in PA.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
try to
worry
stay
about
out of the woods.
Just fucking... I don't know.
DB Cooper was hiding. Okay.
Wait, was DB Cooper the one who went against the government in some, like, conspiracy shit? I think of someone else. Tornado Alley? Where? What's my favorite 80s movie that's not horror? 80s movie? I was born in 87.
Damn, you were born in 87? Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of 80s movies. What about, like... Shit. Close Encounter. That was in the 80s, wasn't it? Close Encounter of the Third Kind?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. I might pick that. Alright, yeah. That DB Cooper's not who I thought it was.
Can I make an announcement? People may want to clap for this. They're going to clap. I am officially way more fucked up than I was on the Big Bad Wolf show.
Yes.
And the crowd's going
That's how
wild.
we get it done.
Thank
How
you
we
very
get it done.
much. I've officially drank more beer in one sitting than I've done in my entire life. Thank you, Steel City Dahmer. I'm glad we did this
Do what I
here
can.
live
Do what I can.
on Carnival Spirits with 10 people watching, steady the entire time.
You should feel old, Chad. But yeah, Brooklyn, wait till the gathering. We'll get you nice and drunk.
I don't like to get too drunk because I'm somebody that always thinks about the consequences. And it's like, man,
right.
if I get too fucked up, then it's going to fuck up tomorrow.
Yeah, but it won't. It's the gathering. You don't get hungover at the gathering.
Here's what makes me different than people like Not Slim One. I have that off switch. Like, I have that thing that says, okay, it's time to stop. Like, where they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you on that, for sure. No, but yeah, Not Slim's, I feel like he can just do dabs for fucking ever.
No, yeah, he has there's no stopping with him.
Right.
You know?
And then he's like, oh, I've done 38 dabs in a row. Let me see some acid real quick.
Yeah. It's time to drop 2 hits of acid. Maybe some other drugs I'm not going to mention here on air unless he wants to talk about them himself. All right.
What did you see last year? That Vice came through with like the drug testing station?
Did they?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool of them. Make sure you know what you're getting before you fucking eat it and freak out.
Yeah, they would. He kept the only thing that like bugged me was when they were talking about like dosing me. I was like, look, man, you gotta understand. I'll freak out even if I smoke a joint. So
right,
I can enjoy myself and be just as fucked up as you are over 2 beers with you guys taking 20 hits of acid. So do not give me acid because I will be that one dude that like never comes back. I'm already fucked up without any drugs. I don't need drugs to get all that shit. All fucked up.
Honestly, like I don't know if I could do psychedelics at the gathering. with all those people around me,
Oh no, I'd freak the fuck out.
It'd
I
fuck
would.
me.
I really would. I'd be like curled up in the ball in the hospital for 2 weeks. So I don't need that. I don't need to see all the fucking crazy ass colors and shit like that. I'm good.
I mean, I'm not knocking. I'm sure it's a fucking great time being at the gathering on acid and fucking mushrooms and shit. But being around all those people, I lose my shit.
Oh, look at you, man. You're there in the chat room, Terror Reels. Unless someone is controlling
everywhere.
the channel. You're everywhere. So everyone in the chat room can just click on that and click go to channel and hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I would think
Juggalo
everybody
Jones.
that's watching this is already subscribed.
I think most of them are. And I stole that icon you made me.
Man, after the show, I'm going to like crawl into bed with my wife and I'm going to fall asleep so fucking fast. And like the
What
whole
movie
room
you
is
gonna
going to be
watch?
spinning.
Hey, if you want, just make sure to drink some water before you go to bed.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Will I?
Hydration, my friend. Yeah.
I have a
Get
feeling
some
that
water
my
before you
wife's
go
going
to
to try to
bed.
wake me up at like 7 in the morning to leave. And I'll be like, okay, I'll be up in 5 minutes and it's going to be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'll still be sleeping and she'll be screaming at me. We're supposed to go out. We're supposed to go out for some dumplings in Queens tomorrow.
I'm telling you, just drink some water before you go to bed, like a glass of water.
You heard
You'll
it here
up
first.
hangover.
I'm going to drink some water after the show tonight. Well, it already is tomorrow. I'm going to drink some water, and I'm going to feel all better in the morning. So
Yeah, dude,
when
I'm
my
telling
wife
you.
is bitching and complaining, I'm going to say, you know what? You need to fucking respect YouTube, and you need to fucking respect Steel City Dahmer for giving me advice on drinking water. Because if it wasn't for Steel City Dahmer and CarnivalSpirits and The Greatest Show live, I wouldn't have even been up right now. I'd still be sleeping. Let's hear it.
Then you can hit your little button with all your fucking, like,
Hold
applauses
on.
on
She
it.
might be coming. I better hide the prostitute. It's like she was never there.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to host a
What
serious talk
prostitute?
show. I'm always like, yeah, I'm just gonna, there's not gonna be any joking around. It's not like the fucking BklynMenace on all the other channels, but I can't help myself. It doesn't
Right?
matter. At least I've kept Nightbot off of here.
Oh, shit. Is he around? Is Nightbot around?
He's always
and
around.
fuck you, Juggalo John.
Oh, look who it is. It's Siznat. Or
It's
should I-
SZA C.
Or should I say like Nightbot says, Sizna C showing up.
Yeah, that's
To say,
that SZA C has me dying.
Yeah, I love that. I hope everyone calls him Sizna C from now on.
Juggalo John's being fucking hurtful in the chat.
Dude, I'm so fucked up. I'm literally gonna fall out of my chair soon. And this show is just gonna go until tomorrow morning. Right here on
Like
Carnival
that.
Spirits Live.
Like that last episode of Tales when they were on Carnival Spirits.
Oh yeah. You know who I was the one that stopped that.
Yeah.
I had to come in and save the day. I think Warlock
And if I
side was
remember-
so high, he just didn't even know. He just left.
He just forgot. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, there's a stream going on, but fuck it.
I think that's what he says every day when he's on that show.
Yeah, people on Tales like the randoms leave. Josh just leaves.
Oh
Run,
yeah, they just
Run
leave.
says stuff.
No, they just
What's that?
Run goes to work every day.
Yeah, but at least Run will be like, alright, I'm leaving, guys.
Yeah, he'll announce when he's leaving.
Josh does about 50%.
It's great, like when you see like, cause I'm in like the private chat room and they're like, freaking, like, where's Warlockside? Who's gonna stop the show? I had to log into Carnival Spirits that day. I was like, I'll stop it. So I had to come up, log in. I was trying to like chill out. I think I was watching another Leprechaun movie.
Hell yeah.
I had to take time out of my Leprechaun movie watching time to come back up here, boot up my damn computer, and
That's a
figure
fucking
out how to
shame.
stop that show.
I'm surprised you didn't just drop out of Tales from Lotus altogether after that.
You
To
know
be
what
honest
I'm
with you,
pissed off about that show is that when I was doing my new character, the interview voice guy, it doesn't have a name yet.
the baby.
Yeah, no, the guy who was doing like the interview voice.
Oh yeah,
Deep
yeah.
voice. I was interviewing Hatchet Reviews.
Yeah.
That whole shit's
Fucking
gone.
face.
Like all of a sudden, like the show processed, and they were like celebrating that this was the longest Tales from the Lotus podcast show ever. And then all of a sudden, the chat disappears the next day. It's no longer in there, and then half the show is gone. So that's why when Tales from the Lotus podcast is live, you need to fucking tune in and watch that shit live, because sometimes it's gone forever, and if you miss it, you fucking missed out. And I'm writing to them like, yo, this shit, I watched it back and I was like, yo, this part is hilarious. I think I'm gonna integrate this new character into the show, and now nobody even knows about it, so now I gotta start
Like
all
what?
over again.
What, they had to start all over again, or you had to start all over again?
Yeah, now that whole interview with Hatchet Reviews is gone. I'm speculating that Hatchet Reviews complained to YouTube and had that shit removed.
Is Murderface a snitch? Murderface is snitching. I was pretty upset he didn't know who Murderface was from Metalocalypse, because he's a spitting image of him. Almost even the way he talks. It's fucking pretty weird.
That first album that they put out for that cartoon, Metal Apocalypse, which I've never watched, was fucking great. I have that album.
What was it called?
I don't even know what your name is anymore. Don't ask me any more questions. Don't ask me anything anymore. All I see is like a blur of colors at this point. I'm literally like just watching the chat room and I see a bunch of smile faces. I'm about to fucking freak out. There you go, the Death Album.
Yeah, Death Album 1. But what about it?
That's right. Yeah, I have that album. I remember I even bought it in Hot Topic.
Good
I
album.
remember the whole shit. They had it playing when I went into the store many years ago. And I was like, holy shit, I like this. And I bought it.
Yeah, it's really good for a fucking, like...
Remember the song Mermaider?
Yeah, just mermaid.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I only have the first one. I don't have 1, 2, and 3. And I've never watched a cartoon.
You gotta watch the cartoon. The cartoon's fucking... What makes it so great? And they have a musical. Instead of season 4, we got a musical. Or maybe it was season 5. But, Go Into the Water was the first time I learned how to play on the guitar. Good fucking song.
Did you say you play the guitar?
Yeah.
That's dope. How the fuck does anyone know how to play a guitar? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what's the part that you have to concentrate on more? Like the stuff that you're doing on the neck of the guitar or the strumming part?
Well, if you want to, like, the way I was taught to do it
Well,
is...
Steel City Dahmer, you know what? You explain that to the chat, because the only thing I can concentrate on right now is that I need to head on back over to the restroom right here on the greatest show on Carnival Spirits, because I need to take a piss. So whoop whoop, I'll be back. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah. Cisnasi. Yeah, the Doomstar Requiem. Yeah, Doomstar Requiem, the musical. That was awesome. Where he's talking about how can he be a hero when his dick is as big as his shoe? I don't know. I don't know. When you're the seventh world, or the world's 7th largest economy, how can he be a hero? Answer me that, Cisnasi. What else we have in here? We have Damien with his beepity bloop bleep beeps bitches. Face Fisted was a good track. But you can't tell me Hatchet Reviews doesn't look exactly, and it almost sounds exactly like Murder Phase. John, that shirt sucks, and you should feel bad for buying that shirt. I did, Ken Kniff. I miss you significantly. Nobody was grabbing on my butt hairs. Yeah, right, Damien looks exactly like Murder Phase. And he wasn't answering any of the questions we had about his side band Planet Piz. So what else we got? JR Filthy keeping it with his face emojis. It might sound like sarcasm, but I definitely appreciate those mergers. Can I get one of those shirts, Cisnag? It says "Fuck Steel City Dahmer." I need one of those. Be a good time. I also need, if you're sending out shirts, I need a Slayer Dominate shirt too, because that shit's good as fuck. My man Cisnag. And Topher, you can jerk off in here. You can go fuck. Jared Philly copyrighted that face. He needs to make some money. And we got BklynMenace back. You're muted. You're muted.
I should be muted. I literally couldn't figure out how to open a bathroom door.
Hell yeah. So,
why is it sometimes you don't realize how fucked up you are until you stand up? Like, everything's okay when you're sitting down, and then you stand up, you're like, oh shit, I'm fucked up.
I think that's something to do with your equilibrium.
What I'm so happy about Steel City Dahmer is that I think this might be the most drunk I've ever gotten in my entire life. And it's right here live on CarnivalSpirits.
And that's why we call this the greatest show.
That's why this is not why this is called the greatest show. That's the second reason. I'm going to show you the first reason. Bring in the hookers. And hookers! And the freaking hooker pole.
And you can't forget the hooker pole.
That's right. You can't forget
the also looks like it's just holding up the ottoman.
This is why it's called the greatest show. So if anyone wants to dispute that, hit me up at BklynMenace at CarnivalSpirits.com, and you explain to me why this isn't the greatest show on Carnival Spirits and on YouTube in general. And if you can explain to me and it makes any kind of sense, I will change the title of the show to the "Okay, It's Not the Greatest Show."
The okayest show?
Yeah. It's just kind of the so-so show.
It's the alright show.
Because who else does a show when they're not even somebody that does interviews and says, I'm going to do a show where I do interviews with people? Either I'm stupid or this is the greatest show.
I'm going with this the greatest show.
Yeah, I like this one. I'm enjoying this episode.
Yeah, for sure, man.
For me, it's like, fuck it that I'm live on YouTube. It's like I'm just like excited to be hanging out, drinking a couple of Yinglings, and just talking to my friends.
Right? What more can you really want in life?
Couple of hookers, zombies, and shit. You know, what the fuck?
Right? That's the American dream.
That's right. Actually, the real American dream should be me in the other room with my wife in bed, but. This is the greatest show right here on Carnival Spirits. And she doesn't watch anything I do, so fuck it. I'm here right now.
So we'll support you.
But all these beers are kind of making me think that I should probably skedaddle out of here and head on that way where there's an actual girl waiting for me.
I mean, I don't think anyone could hate on you for doing that.
Right? So you wouldn't hate on me if I just left you here till like tomorrow morning?
I mean,
because you
leave
can't
me.
stop the show. I can assure you of that. I need to control. I'm in complete control right now of Carnival Spirits. That's either fucking great or really scary right now.
Yeah, I can't cancel it, but I can cut my stream off.
Like, I'm the type of dude that's halfway through his first beer and I'm already fucked up. I've officially drank 4 of them.
It's a good amount for you.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to finish this 6-pack here today, but it's fucking the greatest show. So I guess we had to. It's the greatest ever.
It's the greatest show until tomorrow afternoon when Tales from the Lotus podcast goes live. And then that will be the greatest show. Unfortunately,
Tomorrow's episode can't fuck with this episode.
Yeah. I won't be a part of that show tomorrow because I will be in New York City doing responsible grown-up things. And
being an adult, huh?
I don't think my wife wants to be on Tales from the Lotus podcast. So
have you asked her yet, though?
I'll have to sit. If I asked her that question, her answer to that would probably be like, "What is Tales from the Lotus podcast?"
Yeah, and then you tell her to go on the show to figure it out, and then whatever happens, happens. I think she'd enjoy it.
I don't think she would. But who cares, right?
Exactly.
That's what.
Fuck it.
That's how I know it's good. If the wife's like it,
if your wife hates it, it's good.
Suck. Like, she likes Hallmark TV. I don't like that shit.
I didn't even know Walmart. Hallmark still had a fucking
Anyone
show.
that likes Hallmark TV, do not watch my shit, okay?
Right.
I will officially say that
target
right here
demographic.
on the Carnival Spirits Network. Hold on. Round of applause for that. If you watch Hallmark TV, if you're in the chat room, I want you to right now go on the Carnival Spirits Network and kindly hit that unsubscribe button. And then head on over to Studio 17, Brooklyn Menace, and Tales from the Lotus podcast. And please do the same. Hit that unsubscribe button and go fuck yourself.
Chuck Wax at the Hallmark TV.
I'm tired of all that Hallmark TV. Every fucking guy's a prince. And then my wife is always like, "Oh, why don't you act like this guy?" I'm like, because that guy has been written a script on how to act. I'm fucking real, goddammit. Right, Steel City Dahmer?
Yeah, so far, yeah. You're Pinocchio. You're a real boy.
I don't see her complaining back there. She's just chilling out.
Because she's super real, too.
I guarantee you she doesn't watch the fucking Hallmark TV network.
She watches whatever you put in front of her.
That's right. I know you watch the Hallmark TV network because you, my friend, are a fucking asshole. And the crowd agrees.
Is the crowd still going wild over there?
They still are. You can't hear them.
Nope.
I have to play applause in my head to justify me even being on any YouTube platform. All right, they're gone now. It's back to the silence again.
Unsolved Mysteries. It's a good show. Did you see that new Halloween?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I loved it, man.
Yeah, it was fucking real good. A lot of people were giving it flack. A lot of people were praising it, though, too. But yeah, it was pretty good. That teeth part, where you fucking just drops all the teeth over the fucking stall. We need more of that in fucking movies.
I also I just saw Solo for the first time. I like that as well.
I don't know if I watched that.
When it first started, I was like, this kind of looks like a made-for-TV movie. And then all of a sudden it kicked in. I was like, oh, yeah, this is fucking good. And what was great, I was watching it with my wife. And, like, they did a real cool way that Han Solo meets Chewbacca, like, for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And my wife didn't know who either of them were.
What?
Yeah.
How did she not know how either one of those two
Because she's
people
not
are?
from the great country of the United States of America. She's from one of those
But
savage
I love Star
countries
Wars.
where they don't have
Star Wars is everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. That's not an excuse. People from, what was it, Taiwan? Where's she from?
Thailand.
Thailand? They've seen Star Wars, alright? That's not the fucking excuse. I'm not
Do you think
taking
they've
it.
seen it there?
Yeah. They've been seen everywhere.
I've been there and I've watched some of the TV there, and it's really fucking ridiculous.
They just knew some American was coming over, and they're like, we're not showing any of the good shit.
Yeah,
and they stopped Star Wars.
They had some like Power Ranger shit on TV there that wasn't the Power Rangers. I was like, oh, this is the fucking bomb. I don't know
For
what
real?
this is, but I need to find it in America. Is
So
Kyle
it's
live
just
right now? That must be why we only have 16 viewers, because when fucking Kyle Driver is live, you better say goodbye to all your fucking viewers.
I mean, but his show's dope over there too. I ain't gonna lie. I like the Kyle Driver show.
I like it. I watch it. I
Very
watch all the shows.
dirty.
Let me tell you
Very.
something. If any of you in the chat room do a show, you can be assured that I will be watching. And the fucking, that's right. Round of applause for everybody on YouTube that does live content. That's just more shit for me to watch. Alright, Steel City Dahmer, it's almost 2 in the morning, and I'm feeling a little frisky from all this beer that we've been drinking while we've been talking about. So, I think I need to end this show, go do myself a little bit of fucking, and wake up tomorrow morning refreshed to a nice giant cup of coffee and head on over to New York City so I can sit in traffic and say, fuck my life. While all you motherfuckers are enjoying Tales from the Lowe's podcast, maybe I'll be in the chat room. Who the hell knows where I'll be? But all I know is I will be somewhere in an Asian area of Queens tomorrow night, enjoying fucking dumplings that are so dope as fuck. And I'll be thinking about how great the show was tonight. And I just want to say thank you so much, Steel City Dahmer. Do you want to say anything before I cut this shit?
No, not really. Just remember to drink some water before you go to bed.
Okay. I'm going to try to remember that.
Yeah, you'll thank me if you do.
Okay.
Go sub over to Terror Reels if you haven't. And thanks for having me on the show, man. It was a good time.
All right, man. Yo, thank you so motherfucking much to my friend and my homie and all of your friends, Steel City Dahmer, for joining us here on the greatest motherfucking show right here on Carnival Spirits. I might as well just discontinue the show because it's not going to get much fresher than this. We had Steel City Dahmer up in the house. That's right, hell yeah, from Terror Reels. I'm getting ready to end this, and while all of you motherfuckers are going to look for someone else who's going live on YouTube, I will be looking for some Asian netting to fucking attack with my drunk ass so I can disappoint.
Look, give her the best 35 seconds of her life, dog.
I'm gonna give you the best 35 seconds of my life, and then once I'm done, all my focus will be on who the hell should I have on next, right here on Carnival Spirits on the greatest show. Yo, Steel City motherfucking Dahmer, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, man.
I don't care how much I drank, straight, drunk, whatever. Whoop whoop. Thank you so much for being on my show. This shit was dope.
No, thank you, man.
I enjoyed talking to you. I consider you a friend.
Oh yeah,
and
man. For sure.
I consider everybody that watched the show live a friend. I want everybody to now head over to go watch Kyle Driver's show. Maybe I'll even do it for a few fucking minutes. But thank you so much. You're all fucking awesome. Thank you for watching the greatest show right here on Carnival Spirits.
Whoop whoop.